Umuawo ya mara ọnụ mma ebe ọbụla ịnọ kịta bụrụ ụtụtụ eze awọ ọsị gị ụtụtụ ọma ebe ọbụla ịnọkwanụ kịta bụrụkwanụ ehihie a na-egbu achara achara leeto ọsị gị ehihie ọma ya bụrụkwanụ na ebe ịnọ kịta na ọ bụ abalị ọdụ okwu eze fearless king eze pin code eze password ọsị gị abalị ọma anyị ga-eji egwu a wee nabata our guest today ka egwu a na-akpọ ka anyị na-anabata ya Yeah, Prince Okay Emezu, you're welcome to the Palace of Ezawo. Palace of Ezawo Kose. Palace of Ebane Kwesioku. Palace Ebanana Hatuegu. Where to knows Kwaka. You are highly welcome to the house tonight. To start with, I got like it, I forget, don't forget it up. I got like it, I forget, your base and maybe your occupation if possible. Thank you.
I'm asukwa Igbo for mama na ga permit me can use go Igbo.
Okay, that would be also perfect.
So my name is Prince Okemezu. I am from Olu local government area. That is simply who I am.
Okay. And your base, please.
Based in Europe, but I'm a traveler. I'm a bagari. So, but for now, I'm on my base in Europe, the place I would call my comfort zone.
You're welcome.
Thank you, brother.
So, you know, today I have work in a house, and when some or video game, and then go across.
Okay.
So, when looking at them or when listening to them, when I grab at some point where you are making a lot of points. So, we're seeing I'm like it to invite you to the palace of Aizalo Kose. A joke one or two things based on your video. Can watch it? Because what I'm doing, some people do call me mad. I appreciate the madman they do call me because they Bible comment on your limo a madman. So the prophecy have come to reality. And today, I'm the type of person I enjoy my life. I love whatever I'm doing. I see it fashionable. I see it nice. I see it good. Because I always promise myself not to do bad thing or not to hurt anybody. So when I got straight to the point, like you know, Ihabu is our say, Ihabu is our mama, Ihabu Bubawo is our, the fearless inama. My mission was to see that we stop evil in Igbo land. If Chukwu Okabiama permit me the grace to stop evil in the whole of Africa, even all over the world, because my senior brother, when he came, he represented the world by talking about love. So my own about love, because I believe if God cannot forgive devil, so there is no forgiveness in any sin. So I don't come with love. I come to stop evil. I love only those who do right things. I love those who think for others. I love those who appreciate good things. I love those who found out their destiny. I love those who speak out truth. So I based in here in Austria, in Europe, while I was born and grew up in Cameroon too. So based on the knowledge you have been giving us in some of your videos, when I ask, I'm drawing the first question. When did you start watching IPOP? Or are you a member? Or are you their follower before?
In the first place, Ezawo, I will start from a certain point. Because if I don't mention that point, I don't think I will be saying anything tangible. And I will connect it to the same question you asked me. I have never been part of IPOP.
Okay.
I have never been part of any secessive group before, and I will tell you why. I share the philosophy we call the anti-secessionist. I don't believe in secession. Whether it is in Canada, in UK, in Nigeria, anywhere, I am against it. And I've always been one. So my activities started some years back. even before Kano became the so-called freedom fighter. It started when I came home one day. I visited somebody in Lagos, Oshodi precisely. One of my cousin that is selling into book selling. And then I visited him that day. He asked me, okay, when I got there, he wasn't around. I waited for him to return. So when he returned, I asked him where he was coming from. He said he was coming from a meeting. I said, which meeting is that? I want to know because I'm a very curious person. He said it's about Biafran agitation. Biafran what? Agitation. I said, who was the conveyor? Ojuku. He said, no, it was Owazirike. What I'm telling you now started far before Facebook came into existence. I was still very young then. And then he came from, he told me Owazirike is the conveyor. Immediately, I started reading, researching about Owazirike. I discovered he's a Nigerian and Igbo guy from Okigwe in Imo State who went to India and studied law. He came back and started this shit. And then this guy opened, I was a kind of developing a little bit of interest because then my ideology has not been formed. So he opened the bag and showed me some paraphernalia. He showed me a flag and then some other, a sticker. He said he bought this 300 and something naira. And that if I'm interested to becoming a Biafran, I need to buy this. From that day, I mean, what I'm telling you now happened around 1999 or 2000 or 2001, thereabout. I asked him a question. So, do I need to pay money to be a Biafra? Do I need to pay money to be an Igbo man? He said that is how they do it. From that day, I never supported Owazirike for one day. And of course, there was no Facebook then. And then, but anywhere I go, and maybe there is a little forum or fora, and we are discussing something like this, I will raise up the issue to tell them that Owazirike is a scammer. And before you know it, he started building mansion in Ijesha and in his hometown. Some of my brothers and some of my relatives abandoned their business to follow this guy, just like what is happening today. I remember traveling home, went to one of my cousin's house. The whole house was decorated with this different kind of Biafran flags and whatever. And when I'm telling you, at this point, there was nothing like Kano then. I'm telling you the truth. Kano was probably still in school. And then for certain days later, we had, because I always read newspaper. I like politics, right from when I was a kid. So it's by without me reading news. So I will always read about Owazirike hosting flag in Enugu, hosting flag in Aba. At the end of the day, you will hear that few people were arrested. What I'm telling you now, most of all these IPOP jobbers don't know this story. They don't know about this. So, and then at a certain time, they started talking about Biafran pounds. In my maternal home, I had an uncle who was stickingly rich before the war. He was one of the best engineers. During the war, they kept him in a special place. And then there were people who devised a means of refining fuel during the war for the Biafrans. So he had there was this house in my maternal home stacked with cartons of pounds. One day I brought a lot of them out. I gave it to all these boys as for fun. If you need it, I'm going to give it to you, but this is useless. It's not a tender. And then we started hearing rumor that people are using this money now, that people are able to use it and buy things here and there. But I know that this is never possible. Then after some time, we heard that Owazike was advancing into printing passport. It happened. They were printing somewhat fake passport. And then when the president of the former president of Gabon died, Omar Bongo, I think the name is Omar Bongo, the son is Ali Bongo. Even Owazirike and some people went there. But I personally know that those things were carried until he got arrested. I know I don't want to bother you with all these stories. And then the moment he got arrested, we start hearing about Radio Biafra, especially from South Africa. Even from South Africa, it was coming louder from South Africa more than the UK. And then at that point, I told them that this is just, okay. Even at that time, another group came up called the Zionists. I have been following every bit of what is happening in Igbo land, not just yesterday. So most of my fans tells me that, oh, you want to make name with Nnamdi Kanu or whatever. I think they don't know what they're saying. So I told them that this Zionist boy, he's also a lawyer from Britain. He returned home at that point when Owazirike was in jail and started what he called the Zionist movement. And within that time, about another 3 groups sprang up. And before they started accusing Owazirike of kidnappings and all this. And it's the same this group of people that later get into IPOP. They said Owazirike is a kidnapper or whatever. So Nnamdi Kanu was working for him. We are aware that he paid him some money to set up that pirate radio. So when Owazirike went in, that was when Nnamdi Kanu came up with tales, started criticizing him, giving him bad names in order to start. For one day, bro, and the rest of people watching this program, I have never been part of IPOB or any secessionist group. And if you ask me why, I will tell you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, why? So you can complete the question to the end. You say if we ask you why, you will tell us. So can you explain us why, please?
I will tell you why I have never been part of any secessionist. In the first place, it is against my philosophy of life. And I will tell you why I have never been fan of any of them. In the first place, I want to start with the Bible. We saw some issue of secession. The first man to abandon his immediate constituency was Cain in the Bible. But it was God who sanctioned it. He said, leave, go and start your own. But we know what led to that. Then another incident we saw in the Bible was Israel. Israel was one tribe until something happened. So something caused it, but I don't know, probably it was the plan of God. It could have been handled. And at that point, something happened and they said to your tent, O Israel. Then we had 10 tribes of Israel going towards the north, and then the other 2 tribes going towards the south. We know the history was so tragic. The story was ended so tragic in tragedy. The northern Israel went into extinction, and then the southern Israel continued like that until finally they also went into extinction. And I want to tell you that the Israel you have today, many people will not agree with me. The Israel you have today is not the biblical Israel. This is adulterated people. People who can prove that they are from Israel, coming from all walks of life. You see racism, you see all manner of things. These are not those biblical people God preserved through whom he brought Jesus Christ. The present Israel are not those people, and I can prove it to anybody. They were taken into captive to different nations, from Persia to Assyria, all over the world. After many years, now tell me, how do you know who are the Israelites? Who are from which tribe are they coming from? So I don't want to bother you with this. This will be a discussion for another day. So, but you see how that division destroyed these people. Then in the New Testament, because I'm a Christian, the New Testament, we saw another incident of division. The prodigal son came to one day and told the father, "Father, I have been serving you for many years. It's time for me to be independent. Give me autonomy. Give me my own money. Let me go and start my own life." And then the prodigal son went out and then started his own. We saw how that secession ended. He came back. Now, apart from that, then I want to bring it into what is happening in this world today. We know about some secession that took place. Look at Crimea. Up to today, it happened some years back, about 4 or 5 years today. Crimea is living at the mercy of the Russians. And we know what happened. Up to today, the people are not breathing. There is still war there. And we cannot allow that. Then, what about Ethiopia? Ethiopia was formerly with Eritrea. And one day Eritrea said, let me tell you something, bro. All this secession go with a lot of promises of goodwill. When we go back, we're going to transform our region to the best in the world. This is what we need just to go home. Everybody in Eritrea went into that war with all might, with all strength of freedom, all we need. And then the politician will promise them, let's go home, we will do everything. And then the people, you do know how many people died in the Eritrea-Ethiopian war? Up to today, that war is still taking place today. And that is why in Europe, we see them giving Eritreans asylum because of the war. If you're an Ethiopian, you must be, if you're an Eritrean, a young Eritrean guy, you must be part of the war. You must go and fight war up to today. Where is Eritrea? Has they succeeded? No. Now, after I will tell you about another. What about Pakistan and India? Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh. We are one country under India. And then one day they thought the best thing is for us to go home to your tent to all Indians. Then Pakistan. I mean, they left with a lot of promises too. They were told this is what we need. The moment Pakistan leaves India, we're going to revitalize our place. It will be like it will be another Dubai on earth. And then everybody came out. Like what is happening in our place today? Everybody came out and then Pakistan left. What is happening? Is Pakistan better than India? Now, how do you expect me to be a supporter of secession? I will give you one more example. I don't want to bore you down. The last example is Sudan here. Look at Sudan, the Sudan of all people. The Sultans are the one who control the oil. They have everything. And then they came up with all the promises of goodwill. Come on, if we go, resources is ours. We're going to transform Southern Sudan to the best place in the world. And the people say, oh, yes. And then they left home. Everybody went home. What is happening? The first thing that happened was the real man that engineered the secession died. So I don't know what, mysteriously. Then Marshall and his secretary. Then Marshall became the president. His secretary became the deputy. And one day he came home. I don't know what happened. He told his deputy, "It is now for you to be relieved of your duty. I will sack you." The deputy said, "You want to do what? Sack me? Both of us fought for this together." It has become two people's business. From nationhood to individualized fighting. And they said no. The deputy said, "I won't take it. You can't sack me. I am your deputy." And then the Marshal, the president of South Sudan, told him, "If you don't go, I will use both the army, both the police, everything until I get you out of the government house." Then that one said, "Okay, let us see." He divided the army almost into two and took one into the creeks. Today there is fighting in Sudan. Let me tell you why the Americans supported that. They were looking at the oil in South Sudan. Nothing goes for nothing. But my story now is that tell me where secession has succeeded. I can tell you many nations that have left up to today. Look at Canada and Quebec. Is Quebec better than Canada? So I can continue from 1 to 10 or to 10. My brother, it has never happened, and I am practically anti-secession. And I have more reasons for that. Let me tell you, there is power in unity. The European Union you see today, you hear of European Union. European Union did not start today. European Union was called European League in the 1940s and 1950s. Even in the 18th century. Do you know how they conquered Africa? Do you know why Africa remains what it is today? They came, they were doing slave trade. Slave trading did not start with America. It started with the Europeans until they see now that that is no more viable enough. They came together in 1894. 1894, they went to Germany. And then they brought the map of Africa and said that was how they petitioned Africa. They divided us and said, okay, UK rule, look at Nigeria and Ghana. This belongs to you. Belgium, take care of this place. Portugal, take care of Guinea. France, some part of Cameroon belongs to you. There is power in unity. And that is why anytime European Union is fighting all these European nations, they were like tribes, but they never called themselves tribes. They called themselves nations. Right from the origin. There were different tribes that made the European, but they never answered that word. They put that word tribe came as a foreign language. And then they partitioned us so that they can rule us. And today somebody is telling me if we go, we're going to be better. Brother, it is not true. I will leave that until we talk about restructuring. Let's go to another question.
So that's the reason why you don't want to join any group
of secession. As you see me, if I'm able to travel to Spain to campaign for those anti-secessionists who say they don't want Catalan to go, I will go. I will buy my flight. I will go personally and be with them because it is against my philosophy. It has never worked anywhere in the world.
So our next question goes like this. Are we Biafran or are we Ndigo? Ndigo, are we Biafrans or are we Ndigo?
The truth remains, up to today, nobody can convincingly tell us the meaning of the word Biafra.
God bless you.
Nobody can say, look at what the word Biafra means. If anybody is able to say that, let the person get in contact. I want to know what Biafra means. If it is an Igbo word, we will know. However, Biafra is a word. There is some people suggest that word is I think is Portuguese. It's from Portuguese. I'm not sure of that, but up to now nobody is sure of the meaning. And if we are not able to find the meaning of the word that was coined in the 60s, it means there is problem. It's not like those words that were coined when people were unable to write. Just in the 60s, yet nobody can say this is the meaning of Biafra. So, having said that, I want to tell you, bro, we are Igbos, but it is not wrong to describe us as Biafra. And Biafra to me means a different thing, probably to you. To me, it means something different. I will tell you what I understand by Biafra, because I respect Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu. He is the #1 man as far as Igbo history is concerned. And this word, Biafra, is only traceable to him. There are some suggestions that the word came from different people, I don't know. But the main mention of Biafra, when we were growing up, means Ojuku. It runs synonymous. He would have told us what he understands by Biafra if he's alive. But I will tell you, in sometime in the around 2002, when he was vying for presidency, Nigerian presidency, I think it was either Tell magazine or one of those magazines went to his Nnewi mansion to ask him why is he now vying to be a Nigerian president instead of continuing with his Biafran struggle. Ojukwu said something. He said, "Yes, I fought when I was supposed to fight, and then we struggled when we were supposed to struggle. Now, the Biafra I am talking about is the psychological Biafra, the Biafra of Onyaga na Nwanne, Onyechichi na Nwanne, Onyaga na Nwanne. Wherever you are, you see an Igbo man, you will be aware that a Biafran is there. This is my understanding of Biafra, and not what people make it to be now. No more the geographical Biafra. Is a consensus, is a Biafra that comes with conscience."
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother.
Me, I don't believe this name Biafra, but this name is the name Anabai. And when you look at it, you see that this name has no meaning with our language. So originally, that means I don't know where this name comes from. And maybe because of this name may be that name, Lucifer, they are talking about. Because since we have been answering this name have been taking our souls. This name have been taking our children's lives. This name have been taking our futures. This name have made us to be compressed in Nigerian nation. Is this name Biafra? Because when you call this name in Yoruba people present, they go mad. When you call this name in any president present, he start to go mad. This name I really don't know, and I don't even know the meaning of this name that manipulate a lot of people, that takes a lot of people's life. I think we start to face the reality, to know exactly what we are, and fight for exactly who we are. We are Ndibo, and Ndibo has meaning. The ancient people, we are the first creature of Chukwu Okabiama, the first creature of this planet Earth. Oh, Ndibo. That's why we answer Ndibo. So we look towards this Biafra, this name Biafra, to know the reason or to know the meaning, and to know why this Biafra, since we are struggling to achieve that name, he give us only darkness. He never give us light. We'll look towards it. But maybe that will be for another day.
Okay.
So our next question is this. Did you also, because this question you answered it somehow, but you refer it to Wasurike.
Yes.
So now let me come to the point exactly. Are you seeing IPOP as a savior group, or as a scam group, or as a deceived group?
My brother,
because for me,
yeah, okay. If you listen to what
because for me,
okay.
I'm coming. Let me come before you go ahead.
Okay.
Because for me, I don't see this IPOP organization as a savior group, because they never say before. I never see them, because I'm a man who believe by they play the show. I never see them save lives. Even their native doctors, we put them on DAC, but small knockout, you see them going down. After much, you start to hear this English. They are falling my men, so they are killing my people. So I will also say it is a road of deceive, to deceive and take souls, bring our youth for earlier graves. And about scam, I cannot actually call it scam. The reason why I will not call it scam, scam is something anyway, it's also part of scam. But the people who are donating, they do it willingly. Nobody force them. Nobody go to their pocket. Nobody brainwashed them, or even if at all there is brainwash behind it, it's based on Biafra is coming, because that is the brainwash. And a lot of these people are poor and mad people that they hope, based on what you also just said, before Pakistan was inside India. Are they better than India now? The answer is no, because I was in Pakistan. Though that there is a places in India you go is place of poor ones. But
Yes.
you can't compare Pakistan to India till tomorrow. So the reason why I don't want to call it scam is because anywhere is also part of scam. But I'm so angry that their spring leader or their boss will come on air and say that he's paying 100,000 US dollars to gather information. And when you look about the information that he's talking about, is that Buhari is a dead man, is that Ojus Okalu is a homosexual, is that Hope Rochas is a Abogawosa. Is this all the information? 100,000 US dollars monthly. So I'm so angry about that, because he could have been using this money to be empowering those youths, than to be sending them to their earlier grave. And after losing their life, this man, this also John, never go and visited them, never even paid the parents visit. Okay, even if at all you made this as an excuse, I'm not in Nigeria, how can I go? You know I'm running. Why can't this also John send the parents that lost their children because of him at least a token, an envelope, to console them? Not that the envelope cannot bring back their life, but at least to console them. So my question still go back: are you seeing this organization as a savior organization, or as a scam, or as a deceived organization? IPOP.
In the first place, I will answer this question by first of all telling you about cessation. Many people don't know what cessation is. Cessation started, like, as I've given you the real histories of some countries that have succeeded and how they are suffering today. Not even one. I mentioned the Eritrea, I mentioned the Sudan, I mentioned the Crimea, I mentioned one other country, Pakistan, and then Bangladesh. I forgot to tell you that Bangladesh even left from Pakistan when they divided. Pakistan left with Bangladesh. They were one country. You do know that. Then at a certain time, Bangladesh said, oh, part of Pakistan said they divided and go, just like what is happening today. If we ever, I don't even want to talk about those hypothetical situations that would never happen. But based on your question, the truth is, if you look around the globe, a lot of countries are clamoring for secession. Are you getting me? A lot of countries are clamoring for secession today. You may be surprised to find out that you have up to 90-something countries that want to divide. Some of them want to divide into 3. Ghana want to divide into 2. Ashanti people are asking for that. Even UK, Togo, US here, California want to say they want to go. But let me tell you something. Secession is a means by which the satisfied society or the satisfied group in the society assert pressure on the government. It's a normal thing for somebody to say, Papa, if you don't settle me, I'm going. Let us be frank. But the truth is, it has never worked. IPOB, as I told you, is a continuation of Mazab. Nnamdi Kanu was working with his teacher, his mentor. Wazirike was funding his Radio Britain or Radio Biafra, whatever. And then until he went to jail. So everything you see happening in IPOB has happened before. But the truth is, every day we keep on perfecting things. For example, you know about the Reverend King, who was a pastor in Nigeria who killed somebody and went to jail. At that time, such practices were on their primary scale. Today, somebody like Reverend King will not go to jail because he must have learned a lesson from other people. I'm telling you the truth. If Reverend King is to be out today having his church, he will not do what he do. And even if he does it, he will not be in jail. Because of perfection. Pastors are doing more things, or even worse than that, but they are not going to jail. The same thing exactly. Nnamdi Kanu have really learned these tricks. He has mastered all the scamming systems. He knew what people, and he added more. One of the things he added is the element of religion. The element of religion. Let me tell you, religion and the politics are, when you bring them together, they become a single weapon, and one of the strongest weapons against any society. Hitler used it. I don't know if you have heard of this word crusade. Crusade was a word used around 16th century when Pope went to the Middle East and fought. They started with Greek. They came through Greek, then Turkey, and then in the Middle East. That's where the word crusade came from. Then you cannot be a king like Emperor Napoleon. So all those emperors cannot be emperor unless they have the blessing of the Pope. That is religion and the politics together. So Nnamdi cannot understand this. I want to tell you a story. I'm sorry, I'm going to bore you with a lot of details. You must have heard about this man called Jim Jones. Jim Jones was a American Latino. He likes the black people, unquote, likes, unquote, or love. And he started campaigning against the treatment of the black people in the US. And then he was initiated into Christianity by a black man. He became a Reverend Jim Jones. And then before you know it, his church became one of the biggest church of that era all over the world. He has tens of thousands of followers. And then he started telling them that the system of government is evil, is wicked, that it is time we have our communist system where we share everything. Everybody will have everything. We don't believe in American system again. And Jim Jones was able to convince tens of thousands of Americans to follow him close to Venezuela. When they went there, they formed a kind of community. They formed a kind of community, and then he was telling them that he is the savior. You see how we started. John Jones become their savior, the closest man to God, who must ask God for anything they need. And then one day, the American government sent one of their representatives to go, because there were reported cases of violations of people's rights, just like what you see in the IPOP today and other groups like that. There were cases of violations. Even they were living in a very dirty, bad environment. Remember, these were people, the American citizens, who moved down there to have their own country, where milk will be flowing with honey and Eldorado. So this, what you see today, is not the beginning. It's not the first thing. The first time something like this happened. So when the man came and looked at the place was not good for human being. On his way, the bodyguard of Reverend John Jones shot him dead. And John Jones understand now that the game was over for him. He understood that the game was over for him. Do you know what he did? That night, he called them. He preached a very good sermon of heaven. He told them that it's better to die. That death is the option now for every one of us. We don't want Americans to mess us up. He called it die with dignity. You must have had this story growing up some time ago. And then they prepared acid, deadly poisonous substance. And then that night, because I don't know how to describe John Jones community, because I watched documentary, I've read about it, I've studied it. Then the speakers were all over the place. So that night, he told them that where they are going is better. That this war system is no more what they want. And he was telling them, die with dignity. Die with dignity. They started with giving the children, the kids, poison. Meanwhile, John Jones' children were not in that camp that day. Reverend John Jones' children is in the net. Search what I'm telling you. Go to YouTube, check the documentary of Reverend John Jones. He's still there. His children were not there. And then, and most of his relatives were not there that night. They said they were sent away. And he said, and die with dignity. They start giving the children poison, and the first people that died were the kids, and then the adults. Even the people that refused to die were shot to death. Only very few people escaped, including the people who were not in that assembly that day. These were the people that escaped to tell us the story. And eventually, when everybody died, John Jones killed himself. That was how 909 people perished in one day because somebody emerged himself as a savior. Now, let us bring it to what to Kano's home. Now, people like Kano have a syndrome I call savior syndrome, or savior complex. When they come, they'll start promising you they will do heaven and earth for you. But how? Nobody knows. Kano has never been part of any government before. Kano don't even know how government runs. He has never been in a managerial position before, apart from his iPod, whatever. And then this guy come from nowhere. He don't know anything about government, how government runs. And he tells you, I will give you secession. And then I will build it. It will become like Dubai, heaven on earth. And people are buying into this poison. God will deliver every one of you. So that is how I will answer that question.
You're welcome. So, tupu anyị aga n'ilu, ịma the reason why I don't read comments or I don't post comment out for my guests to see, or for me myself to see, I don't have the time to go towards that section of comment section. So because anywhere that they full comment, because more and more personally, yes, I don't put interest to look after it, you know. Though that we have a strong admin who is working, giving the best of the job to make sure that everything is taking control. So we bless our admin and we bless our guests. So my next question is this: have you ever had the headquarters of IPOP? Did IPOP have headquarters?
Well, whatever Igbo people said, whatever name you give to your dog, that it will that will be the name. If they have headquarters, I don't really care. I know that Radio Biafra was stronger in South Africa even before Britain, before UK. Because I will tell you why. The people in UK as at that time don't have time for those nonsense. But because of the nature of our the survival nature of our people in South Africa, most of them have this time to listen to all these things. So most of the time, Kano's audience were from South Africa. So if you call South Africa their headquarters, that is their headache. If you say it's Britain, that is their headache. If you say it is the present place where Kano is now, that is their headache.
You're welcome. For me, I have searched to find out their headquarters. I don't think they have headquarters. So our next question, Agazie, are you aware? You know, we have, me personally, I have listened several times from Taro, where he's condemning any forces in Syria, like police forces, DSS, army, all the whole forces. Are you aware that his sister, blood sister, is a policewoman?
The first time I had that, because I am somebody, I have a lot of followers, and some of them are hostile to me, even though I have ones who really believe in me. So I don't like to publish something that I'm not sure of. So when I had it, I went into investigation. I started researching. I researched as much as I can. The information I got was very indicative of what you just said now. But I want to be, so I called some few people. I remember I called one person that I was very sure would have that information. And believe me, it was confirmed that Kano's sister is a member of Nigerian police. And this is what I call the deception. This is what I just told you about John Jones, who deceived people and told them he's their savior, and then that he's going to build a country for them where everybody, poor and rich, will be equal, and honey will be flowing with honey. Eventually, he led them to their untimely death. Remember, at that time, his own family were not there. Are you getting me? His own family were not there. So that is how most of these people do. They will be telling you, I will do everything for you. Just all you need to do is just come at the war front. You'll be protected. But the question is, where are their families? You will not see their families. The same thing. Kanu's sisters and brothers can never be in front of this Kared. His sister is in Nigeria, is a member of Nigerian police, and which everybody know. His philosophy about, or her take about what is happening, I don't know. But what I know very well is the sister is there, and Kanu is not mentioning it, and that is deception.
You're welcome. I also have a confirm about it because I contacted Zafara, the young man called Zafara.
Yeah, I know him.
Confirm if the sister is a woman, and he confirm it that the sister is a policewoman. And I also asked Zafara, at least to show others example that not the serious of what he's saying. I don't know if you have made your own also research to that extent. But what I got from Zafara is that the sister is still working. If you post going from Anambra to Ebe, post going from Ebe to Ebe. So all the activities, fine boy in a man and fella that is connecting to the sister, with the sister to do it. So I don't know if our people are so stupid and so selfish that they will live where they are getting their income to help their families, and now they will be putting fire. The worst is that the people that even lost their life about this Biafra of a story, Nnamdi is not taking care of their family. How can Nnamdi take care of you and your wife if you quit where you are getting your daily bread? Can you give any advice in this area?
In this area, I mean, I don't know the right word to use, but as a young man, I was told in those days, the local magicians in our communities in Igbo land, they are all over Nigeria. They will bring card and play the card and take your money, or they use the belt. It happened to me when I was young. That's why in my life I don't engage myself in any form of gambling. I don't do gambling in my life, because as a young man, I went one day to market. The money I had, I saw these people coming with this, and then I put it in, and my money was gone. And I came home. One thing I had that at times, if they are defrauding your brother in such way, even if you're tapping him, he will not listen. The best way just to do what? Slap him, and then he will turn back. He will realize what he's doing. But in this case, I'm not saying we have to beat our brothers, but the best beating is what we are doing now, because these people don't know what is happening. The only very few people, because people never come to tell their stories. It's just like all what is happening in some of our communities, in some hospitals or whatever. Somebody come to get cured, and then you take the person's picture. You know, is one of our patients. Some of them ended up dying, and nobody heard their story because the dead does not talk. Most of the victims of this nonsense you will never hear their word. In Owazirike's case, I'm telling you, many died. I remember the day they were marching either from Omahia to somewhere. That time, actually, Kujenwa was the governor. There were this order to shoot aside. A lot died. A lot died. Where are them? Owazirike now is a buruburu. He's the biggest king in Alibo. Going with escort and bodyguards. And when you say something, the people say you are envy of nonsense. If I'm envy, you will be guilty of envy for criticizing any elected or official. It's envy. You will be guilty of envy for criticizing anybody in your life. If you say that I'm envying him for telling you to leave this stupidity. Now, look at what happened the other day in Enugu. I shared a story on my Facebook, and that story elicited a lot of emotions. Yet, there was this guy who gave me a story about his own brother that he said, I was so shocked to see my own brother in that vehicle, my own blood brother in that vehicle. That this guy is one of the least intelligent in our, in fact, is under everybody's care, because in our family, everybody's not as strong as as others. So they never know there was somebody have recruited him, and this little boy left to Enugu, even without the knowledge of the parents. I don't want people to accuse me of comparing IPOB to Boko Haram, but this is the same mode of recruitment. The same mode of recruitment. You don't want to be there, but you will recruit the weaker ones among us, and you want me to keep quiet? History will judge every one of you. History will judge you. You are graduate and you know what is happening. You will sit in your own bed at the comfort of your bed and write nonsense in Facebook, criticize anybody who criticizes Kanu and accuse them of being envy. History will, not only history, but history will judge you. You are not being kind. Will you do the same thing that young man do? Will you leave the comfort of your home every Sunday morning to go and do those nonsense training? Because some people have made up their mind to be the kings and the kings and emperor in our midst. They will not they will not make the sacrifice, but the weaker ones among us will make the sacrifice. I shared the pictures in my Facebook. One of them was even one eye blind. The guy is one eye blinded, and now he's in the police net. I've been wondering for some days. I've been wondering what will be the situation of the mother, and you will be in your Facebook to type nonsense. History, God will judge you, and history will judge. I don't curse people, but I'm telling you that history will judge you. Judge every aspect of your move in this situation. You want Biafra, go and fight Biafra. Look at Kanu, who said we will get Biafra either dead or alive. And then when the Egweke came to his house, he ran away. He ran away, and some people paid with their life, paid with their blood, and now he's in London at the comfort of his home, doing whatever he likes with his wife, enjoying himself. And people will be criticizing me. What do you say so? Why do you say so? You are envy, you are envy, you are envy. History will judge you, and I will not keep quiet. I will not keep quiet. If you like it, you are not the owner of any life. If you think the best thing is to kill me, some of you know where I stay. Come. That is it. So my advice is this. If you have a young person in your family, a young child, who will always sit down every evening to listen to Kanu, because this is called radicalization. People are being radicalized. Radicalization is an exposition, an exposure to certain dangerous information over a period of time, to the point that the victim will not be able to articulate or examine any of the reasons or the topics. They are unable to do that at that point. It is your duty as a parent to find out what your child think about this situation. And I will advise you, please, you better stay in your home and still write this nonsense everybody's writing, including me and you, than go there and die. The dead does not talk. The dead will not defend themselves. The IPOB will only owe you some minute of silence and some word of threat to the Nigerian police. Now, our brethren are in the morgue, in the mortuary. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we go to next. I love the way you give answer for every question that I'm asking you. Your answer are always on point and on target. So I really appreciate your knowledge. So our next question is this. Are you also aware that there are some native doctors that travel from Nigeria to Spain to go and initiate some members of IPOP as in the times of to take oath? And since they found themselves in Spain, they refuse to go back home. Have you heard of such stories?
My brother, the truth is, I understand. Most people say, "Oh, why not come home? Why not come home?" I understand that Nigeria is going through a difficult time. Nobody is happy. Nobody is happy with the way things is going. Something needs to be done. I understand that behind all these cries of agitation, there are real concern everybody share, including me, including my brother. I would like to come home and see every light 24 hours. Nobody is denying that. Nobody is denying the fact that our political elites have disappointed every one of us. Nobody is happy, but there are ways of doing things. There are ways of doing things. Understand what you're doing. Don't, because the situation is so bad, get yourself involved in the most stupid thing you cannot liberate yourself from. I heard of this oath taking, and I follow Kano. And most of you ask me, why do you follow Kano? I mean, I follow him because I want to know what he's saying, and so that I will know what to say. I don't like hearsay. And some of you threaten, oh, I will block you. I will, if you like to, I don't block people for saying their mind. The only people I block is anybody that suggests, let us report this page. That is the only person. No matter the name you call me, no matter what you say, I don't bloody care, because I understand that some of you, that is the only way you can voice out your concern, and it's not my problem. All of us cannot do things the same way. If the only way you can say you disagree with me is calling me Fulani, why not? At times when I read these things, I laugh because I know that I'm not a Fulani. In the first place, Fulanis are human beings. Okay, you don't like. Some of you live in South Africa and other places in the world. You know, because of what some black people does, whenever you come around, they say, "Oh, black people." Even if you're a saint, they say black. For example, in a country where everybody is into scam or drug or some form of things, there is people profile you, and then whenever they see you, oh, they say this black man is here to sell drug, whereas you're just coming from work. You know how you feel. That is how it feels when you see some Fulanis. Some Fulanis are deadly, I know that. They are killers, I know that. But is every Fulani man a killer? Some black people do a lot of dangerous things. The question is every black man a criminal? I think the answer is no. So think about it. Now to the question you asked me. They went to Spain to administer oath. What do you expect, bro? What do you expect from this criminal organization? That is how they do. That is how. So when Kanu told them that they will administer oath, he mentioned something that happened in US, maybe in around 300 years ago. Look, 300 years ago, when people die like rat and they don't care, nobody know what kills them. When life was not as sweet as it is today, and you want to take somebody's children and Kanu, let me ask you something. Have you administered oath to your own wife? Be frank. Have you administered the same oath to your brother? And what is the name of that guy? Is it Emma also? Your brother in the East. Have he taken the oath? Why are you doing this to these young people? And guys, I want to ask you, why are you involving yourself in this? Some of you are very young. You have life. You believe tomorrow. Ojukwu fought Biafran war at a very early age. But later he discovered that, oh, life is more than that. He enjoyed his life. Don't mess up yourself. Ojukwu lived a fulfilled life. And he's our hero. Why not think about that? You want to mess up your future? You have future, you have life, you will get married, some of you have kids, and you just want because somebody told you, I'm getting you a contract, I will build an Eldorado, I will build heaven on earth, and then you want to get yourself involved. So if people finish their oath taking and they refuse to go home, let it be. That's their business. I don't even care. I'm hearing that for the first time about those guys, but I know that they most of them took oaths, including all these guys that were caught in Enugu.
God bless you. So our next is this. What is your take about the problem that we are seeing based on, Uche Mefo have come out before. After I gave them 2 months to see something that is going to happen. Within that 2 months, we see that Oba was attacked. Within that 2 months, we see that Kanu Facebook was dropping. Within that 2 months, we see that Uche Mefo and IPOP, they are having some issues, which Uche Mefo come on air and give a word. For those that have understanding, I believe they understand what exactly he means. So, but yesterday, he posted about calling himself a razor. So, what is your take to them?
Yes, my brother. Yes, I will go a little bit off what I want to say. Oftentimes, some people following my page right now said, I am there because I want popularity. And I know you have had the same problem. The truth is, I started what I'm doing. I told you how I started this when Owazirike started his own, even before Facebook came. I had another page called Hope Alive Nigeria. Check it. If you're there, you can check. I had Hope Alive. I opened Hope Alive around 2010. I have a lot of followers. It was Kanu and his group that closed it. I will tell you how they closed it. There was a speech because everybody thought, I believe that Abaribe is number one person. Well, not. In fact, the number one friend of the IPOB outside their group. Then Abaribe went to Mississippi, US. That was, I think, 2019, sometime last year. And then he had a symposium or conference where he spoke to Nigerians in US or Nigerians in diaspora, Igbos precisely. And he told them that, yes, we like this agitation. We appreciate what you guys are doing, but let us get this clear that Biafra is not obtainable at this moment. He told them that Biafra is not obtainable, at least at this moment. He gave reason. And one of the reasons he said, we have invested a lot in this country. We have invested a lot to bring this country to what it is today. We can't afford to shy away. I posted it. The next day, my Facebook was hacked. All this Facebook you see now, I have like 30,000 followers. I started this Facebook page. That was December 12th. December 12th, I started this. And then when I started, I thought I was alone because I hardly hear people criticizing IPOB. I'm telling you, my brother, some of my friends left my page and blocked me. Some of my relatives, even my townspeople, they were calling me to stop this. But brother, there is sense in madness at times. I say, how can I stop? This is my passion. I don't want to see people dying like rat this way, dying for nothing they are not sure of. Then a few days later, after they blocked up my page, because I wasn't able to go to any Facebook, that page, I'm no more using it now. Check it, Hope Alive. It's still in existence, but I can't do anything there. Because the main Facebook, you know what Facebook, you have to have a Facebook account before you go into your page. So my Facebook account was hacked, blocked. I can no more use them. I formed another group in Facebook. That was a Facebook group. I formed it around 2011 called Ndibo Political Summit. After this time, Kanu has not started his nonsense. Now, few days later, when all these things were happening, and then I said, people are just my friend. I'm missing my friends, my family people, but I get the courage. It wasn't long. I opened Facebook one day. I saw somebody bam shouting, "IPOB is nonsense. IPOB is rubbish. IPOB," in a very dramatic manner. And that is the man I come to know as Ezawo. I saw that Facebook. He was the first person I saw talking against. I said, who is this guy? Even I didn't know where he was. I thought this was South Africa because I know that most of our people are in South. So when I saw, I said, what gave this man the courage to say this? The first person I see, apart from me, criticizing Nnamdi Kanu in a video, in an open way. I said, wow, I need to know this guy. And I didn't know how to get that video again. I searched everywhere because I tried everywhere. I couldn't get that video. Until one day, I saw his video, Ezawo. And then I went down, I saw that same video. I said, yes, it is. I will get to this guy. So everybody I know that is disagreeing with IPOB, I know them through this. It was through him I know Ezafara. It was through him I know Ijele. It was through him. Now I start seeing people come, and I realized that I wasn't alone for years. I wasn't alone. I thought I was so happy. I started talking to some of them. I said, look at what I'm into. I've been doing this for many years. I'm glad you are doing this. Let us do it together. Let us deliver our people. Nobody is paying me further, and I'm sure nobody is paying them. People said I was working for Opus Adema. I have never met Opus Adema for the first time. But I don't want to talk about that area. Nobody is paying me. So to your question, my brother, what is saying now is the effort you and I and few people are making, telling our people that this lie cannot be sustained, that this scam cannot be sustained. So if Usha Mefo is disagreeing, we know that something like that is happening, and you know, because we have some inside information, but we don't share everything. But we are waiting for it to happen. There is a serious racketeering. There is serious sharing. Money is really moving around in a very big way. There are millionaires and billionaires. And then you think I am envying them because I talk about this evil. You are making mistake. So if they are divided, I know they may come back together and say it was fallacy. We don't care. We don't care. We care about our people who are being misled to do that. When they started, they said that people in Nigeria will not be contributing that money. That it's going to be only the people, the Igbos in diaspora. In Greece, they are paying $20 €20 every time they meet. And I know some of them will eat this money. There's the one they call Omiomio. I will have to call him because he cannot do any fucking thing. He cannot do anything. Onye otra yo dogu, oman odogu karakana mmadụ ohi nwa ume odogu. Omara man odogu nwoke ziko ihe ji mara odogu nwoke zike karakara mmadụ. Omiomio onye na-eme after the contribution, Omiomio will take his own. There is another guy called Ojuku. Ojuku had this Cambia you have. These are the people who say they are working for their pocket in Greece. And all these young boys will come. They started during the time of Wazirike. All you see now is from Wazirike, change of name. The same type of people. So if they are defragmenting, if they are fighting, that is their own headache. Brother, our concern is our little ones in Nigeria who are joining them. Forget about those ones who work in Spain and Britain and they come back and then they relax in their radio and then they relax in their TV, 24 hours internet, everything is there. And they will type, Biafra is our home. Biafra is our everything. Go home and fight for Biafra and then we know we are serious. You are just deceiving people. Thank you, my brother.
You're welcome. So the next question, and which I believe from before I get to the next, I really want to appreciate you for the little story you just said now. How you come across my video.
Thank you, my brother.
And how the video inspired you to know a lot of people. So that means we have to inform this IPOP that no more about the Eze Sabo. I get him that one because I went.
That's why when you invited me to this, I posted. Some people were saying, "Why you a foreman? You want to talk with Ezawa, a madman?" And I said, "Some of you are even cowards who cannot even some people, they will like what you say. They can't even comment. They will just like the page. To share it is a problem because they are afraid. I'm telling you, come out and say your mind. You have a say. Nobody is more Igbo than you. I'm an Igbo. Ezawa is an Igbo. You are an Igbo man. You have a say. Nobody likes you more than yourself. And somebody cannot determine who we are for us. We have to be involved. And what we said is, can to stop this nonsense. Thank you.
God bless you. So before we go to the last question, before entering restructuring, one of our brother I'm from, onye batara no chori bata. Mana I got you guys to fire guy ba. Niwe biko.
Udo one man.
Did you like, or let me say, what did you like about Ezawo since you come across to know Ezawo? Did you feel like Ezawo?
Ezawo, one thing I like about you is, one, everybody has their own system of doing things. Everybody must not be on suit. Everybody must not cut their beards. It's not about grammar. No. It's not about your English. If it is about grammar, the Anambra people, they disappointed me when Soludo came out and said, vote for me, Anambra people. I want to be your governor. A man who has distinguished himself in several ways. He made a lot of promises. I expected Anambra people to keep about at the back. I'm not from Anambra, but I want good thing for my. I was so surprised. Eventually, they voted for this the Willie. So I don't see Willie speaking the biggest grammar. I don't see him wearing the best coat or whatever. Everybody has their, and I so much like the way Ezawo tailored his programs and his project, and it is working. He's bringing the truth out, whether he is in Igbo or in Yoruba or in Hausa. Ezawo is fearless, and not only that. Let me tell you, some of you, including Nnamdi Kanu, cannot command the kind of grassroots followers Ezawo command in his village. Ezawo don't know. I follow his video. There was a time they reported the case of Fulani woman who was a woman who Fulani's goat or cow ate. The next day, I was working around very early in the morning. I saw Ezawa talking to his people online, trying to verify. Not only that, he didn't stop there. A few days later, I saw assistants coming to the woman. This is what we need. It's not about nonsense. It's not about the nonsense most of us do. So, Ezawa, I admire the way you do things. If I have a way of recreating my my nature, I would like. I like the way you do. At times, I go to your videos, even the ones I missed. I saw the one you said you want to dance to your people. I mean, not everybody can do that. This world, we need happiness. It's not about dying and killing. Some of you that cuss me out when I read you will be surprised that I read and laugh and smile at some of the things you say. Ezawa, I admire you. Keep on doing what you're doing. Your people love you. In fact, at times I see how your people, some of your followers will be, praying for you, encouraging you. Right on, Ezawa. Ezawa, keep on doing. Don't listen to those few people who are cursing you or saying stupid things. Madman. Some of them have not entered into the belly of the fish before. And I don't want to go into that area. It's not easy. It's not easy. He's a madman that enters into the belly of the fish. I'm going to Nigeria. He comes home, does his things, and work out. He's still a madman. A madman be doing things in his village. He's a madman. Uche Obuago was called a madman because he talked mad things. Ibu was called a madman. He said mad things. Osofia was called a drunkard. So, my brother, I don't let nobody change you. Continue with your fashion. Everything about you looks so good. I like it. Continue doing it. Thank
you. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Nobody have turned my brain the way you did now. Except William. You did now. I got by now to restructuring.
Okay.
Flag IPOP. That flag is interesting. I add you got about Lalo. I add you have to reduce your volume. Reduce your volume so we can hear you. Reduce your volume. So tell us your name and where you're coming from.
Okay. IPOB.
Slow the volume.
Family. Alpha Mobile. Before I have low the volume. Before mjeku mmebuzo gugoda ofegu. Ono na bo gekwere Ikwere na Biafra. Ikwere na Biafra. Wela mwata kelo. Ikwere kwe?
Ekwerim.
Maybe
okay. First of all, Afam Gadema. Because after the baptism, yes, after the baptism of Olebube, Francis. I'm more Imo State. I'm more Benato Ekwe. Umre na one member. Yes, umre na one member. As our one Namosha. Namo Wunze. Mana Namo Wunze. So in Namushini, Ukani him, but I would them Dokra with okay. Yeah, could not get also again. Yotago. Aha, so first of all, if I'm the good name, I would have now. Okay, some Kora here about Sabaka Biafra. Mkawala the meaning of Biafra.
Kawara, but I think we have
okay. The meaning of Biafra. Okay. First of all, IPOB. First of all, IPOB mean indigenous people of Biafra.
No.
Biafra no go Biafra. Okay. Biafra no go Biafra. The meaning of Biafra we normal. The meaning of Biafra we home. Over home.
Biafra mean in home.
Oh, we home go. Makana Biafra. Okay, thank you so much. Biafra in the go kita na obidiro na our forefather. Even amubedem Biafra bidiro.
My brother, listen. Before you, I like it. Because I just said.
Okay.
They believe of Biafra like easy. That means go. Who means sleep.
Okay. No Igbo. Biafra we home. No English, we mean freedom. That is the only two things I can tell you. Yes, no Igbo mean home.
Okay.
No English. Only English, we mean freedom. Because ahụhụ ụmụ Igbo na-ata ọdịla too much. Ụmụ Igbo atala too much. Ihe jere m wadiji anasagbu gị.
Okay. Can I come from there? Okay. In the first place, is Biafra meaning Biafra meaning freedom. I'm sure all of us speak English. I will use both of them because we have people who listen from all over the world.
Okay.
Now, if Biafra means freedom, and good thing is not bad. I believe in Biafra. But I explain the Biafra I believe in the initial stage. And I said before Ojukwu died, when he was vying for presidency, they asked him a question. Why do you want to be the president of Nigeria instead of continuing your Biafran struggle? He said yes. We are all Biafrans. But the Biafra I'm talking about now is not the geographical Biafra. It's a psychological Biafra. The Biafra of Onyaga and one year. That wherever you are, if you meet your brother in Spain, you'll be conscious of the fact that this is my brother. So when I call somebody a Biafran, this is my understanding of what Biafra is. I'm not the geographical. Now, to the second thing you say, no, my brother, I disagree with you in total. Let me tell you, suffering
too much.
Yes. You said Umuibo have in the hands of herdsmen.
Yes. And Boko Haram.
I thought you said they have really suffered. In the first place, in every country when there is problem, everybody feels the pain. Biafrans are not the only ones who be suffering. Let me tell you the problem of Beron in Jos. They have the Fulanis has been killing the citizens of Jos for over 15 years ago. My own uncle was killed in Jos. Not because he's from Beron, but because he thought they are from there. So he was killed by the Fulanis. They brought his corpse from there. So people has been dying from there. Now he said Umuibo have suffered. Now in Benue State, they are not the only one. In Benue State, the places was massacred, the villages was razed. People have been suffering. Right now in Kaduna, we heard of what is happening. So every part of Nigeria has been feeling the pain, and not only in Igbo. Now, I want to use this opportunity to correct another impression which you may mean, but you don't want to say it that Umuibo have suffered in Nigeria is a lie. Let me tell you, in Nigeria, Igbo people are no. I'm coming to that. The Igbo people are the best people.
My mother died by Fulani his men. My own mother that born me died by Fulani his men. I will tell you the truth. I was in Umuahia. I went to Umuahia. I think 2013. 2013, 2014.
Yes.
When we are escorting Nnamdi Kanu, in Umuahia. When those useless police was chasing on the way, blocking on the way, us on the way. A lot of police, they wanted to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu, but no way. But we guys started. I was in Biafra when I was in Nigeria, when I was in the Imo State. The place I belong to Lion Squad in Iguacha. I will not tell you my coordinator name so that you will not go and kidnap her. I will not tell you my coordinator name. I'm just coming. Yes, I was in Biafra. Yes, I won't submit. I don't submit.
Why are you afraid of kidnapping?
I'm coming. Let me come. You understand? So after that, even when Nnamdi Kanu came from court, Nnamdi Kanu have 7 days to win the battle from the court. He have 7 days to win the battle from the court. They send Ndefurefu, send the members, send Nigeria, they send the army and police to come and kill Nnamdi Kanu. They kill Nnamdi Kanu men, including his dog. I know I was not there. I was not there that day that happened. Even I could have lost my life too. I could have lost my life.
I disagree with you. I disagree. In the first place, I don't want us to jump things. I still want us to rest this discussion on the sufferings of the Igbos. I was trying to let you know that Igbos are feeling better as far as Nigeria is concerned. Let us just get this clear, because I know that thousands of people are watching this program. Let me tell you something. In Nigeria, is there any market in Nigeria that is being controlled by a Yoruba man? Is there any market in the north? When you talk of Wuse, is Igbo. When you talk of the market in Jos, Igbos. When you talk of the market in Benue, Igbos. When you talk of Sabon Gari de Kano, Igbos. Then you come to Lagos. Igbos have taken all over the place. When you come to Ibadan, Igbos, then come to Alibo. What are you? Who is telling you that we are suffering? You people are lying, and you are coming our people. Stop this deception.
Let me tell you.
Stop this deception. We are better.
Let me tell you.
And we are doing better.
Let me tell you something. Listen to me. Oya metere ye dibeya ndidi kama makana comic only go I believe that this what I'm saying now in this comment in this our platform now people are commenting that I'm saying truth.
And one is in the new that is from our mama. Two and from you now.
Okay, thank you so much. Mona my mother, I education. I education in Enugu State. I ban a bomb against you. The Kutaki question now. I would know the IBC. Then when they push up barriers or football come to Kokum. I education in Enugu State. I ban a Uzowan in local government. Name Uzowan, I think I for member with other things. So I buy about so I know close to church. I'm a church and I bought Odozi Obodo. Even the body mother with Odozi Obodo, half English church, I have an Christ Only Church. And I church, Christ Only Church International. On a branch for the whole world, for both those states, both I believe on a branch. So on the way, I'm not that now, Oga every year now, Oga I'm 25, I'm 24, May 25, but 26 of April 2016, it was very terrorist. Helicopter na Balilo, ndị Fulani Hizma where the crown Abia. And that very day, Umu Biafra nwere meeting that very day. Umu Biafra nwere rally, ha nwere meeting that very day. That day, this thing. Before you know, ndị abụrụ egbe na-agba egbe. Agbakacha egbe AK-47. Apịa egbe niile. Even the church gbamagara n'ime, Christ Only Church ahụ gbamagara n'ime. Ndị a ha bụrụ the pastor. One of the bishop was dead. They slaughtered a lot of people. Even my mother was killed. My mother was raped and killed on that very day. I run away. Just look at my face. I have injury on that very day. I run away. And now Bakashimoto, I have injury on that very day. I run away. This is so I survived my life. I run away. Even the little money I was having that very day. I run away to Niger. If you ask me that, I have the evidence. I have the photo of my mother dead. But that's how I will send it to you. Tomorrow, ask me tomorrow. I will snap it and send it to you. I run away from Niger. This is how I find my life. From there, I found my life to Intili. I was arriving in Intili to April, I think June.
When you bring a set, bring the picture. Attach it to the name of your
So,
do you want to see the picture?
So go ahead.
Okay, I run away from Intili. Okay, when I run away from Intili.
my brother, I want to say something. Critical analysis. From this story, I must tell you, I regret the fact that your mother paid the ultimate sacrifice through these activities. We don't know what really happened. But if you were the one that lured your mom, you give your mom, then you took him to where I public. Because there is no coherency in your discussion that you gari equals IPOB and me I regret whatever happened, but it is a lesson for every one of us.
So
and that is why I keep telling people, be careful.
I went to Asalo in Italy. I went to Asalo to talk about Asalo.
Wait. The next question, before such thing happened.
Ejere marriage.
Okay, marriage.
Just that, marriage of my mother friend. Just my mother friend.
So
I just for that.
So my brother,
Afamubo Edison.
okay.
I'm streaming live from Nigeria.
I'm streaming live from Nigeria.
Okay. So I am Patagonia. So I got so our topic already now. We want to enter restructuring. Everywhere, know my sister. We'll talk about that in private, you know. I'm so heartbroken to hear such news. I'm going to get distracted to what we have today. We'll talk what we have today. Let's focus now on our topic. So now, my brother, we are heading to. I don't know. What did you think? The way Igbo land good. More than the currency.
Can you repeat that question again, please?
The question is that what did you think? Or how did you think? Or what did you feel? Or what is your vision? The way we can land for good.
Okay.
More than the way it is now.
In the first place, I'm not going to take time. I will only take if it's possible, 60 seconds. So everybody to say something. In the first place, at the beginning, I told you that I'm an anti-secessionist. Not because it's happening in my country, but anywhere there is secession, I don't. So that's the tell you that I'm against secession. I'm against it in total. Now, what is the alternative? The alternative is restructuring. Now, before I go into restructuring, what is secession? If we secede, it's like bringing a meat pie with the same meat. Then you divide it into five. The same meat pie you have just divided, nothing is different. The same thing is happening. Now, this is exactly what it means, the fragmentation. If Nigeria is to divide, it's the same indigent that is going with us. It's the same people, the same Ojuzakano, the same Rochas, the same set of people. So this is never the solution. The solution is restructuring. What is restructure? Restructure is to change the structure. It's a very simple to change the structure. In the first place, Nigeria has tried the parliamentary system. During the parliamentary system, we have four regional governments, and it didn't really work because the government didn't get into the nooks and crannies. And then we went back into presidential system. Every power now is in Abuja. The government is not getting into the nooks and crannies. Restructuring is bringing government closer to 774 local government, where the 80-something cities where everybody will be managing their resources. That is what restructuring is, and this is what we are working towards. And this is what we are fighting and praying for. What Nigeria need now is restructuring. Let me tell you something. Restructuring people don't know what restructuring is. It's not even a duty of the president. It's the duty of the legislators. It's the duty of the legislators. So when you say that Abbas or Buhari or whoever don't want restructuring, yes, he may not want it, but this is a duty of the legislators. So if our Igbo legislators will go there and say we want restructuring or we walk out, that is the time we know we have really started. So the restructuring is the only option. And that is a situation where they will come back, they will come together and say, let us take government into the 774 local government. India was one of the countries that restructured. India was monarchy before, ruled by the king, different kings. And at the point, they collapsed and said, we want presidential. But we don't want it. In Switzerland, for example, Switzerland is a country that came together. Part of France came together. Part of Germany came together. And part of Italy came together. And they said, let every zone return their resources, return their language, return everything. Switzerland is a country. They have no president. Every 4 years, they will elect 7 people. Out of the 7 people, in each year, one person will become the president and rule only for 1 year, and he goes down, another person for the 7th. So we want restructuring, and we have to think of the restructuring that will work. They see the current system has failed everybody, both Dick and Harry. It's not working, and we don't like it. I don't like it. You don't like it. But I want to tell you something, because each time we accuse the people in the power for not working for us. Our brothers say our people have suffered. Let me tell you, Buhari, I know he has failed us. He has failed me as a person. But I cannot stop saying the truth. Buhari is from Katsina. Buhari don't know all the whole road in Katsina. He don't even know what is happening at Adamawa. He don't know this road in Sokoto. He's the Sokoto man that will come and tell him, Oga, do this road for us. So in that case, I will blame the Igbo representative, those people working with him, for the road that spoiled the road from Imo State to Aba, or for the one from Onitsha, because Buhari don't know about them. It's somebody that will say, oh God, do this for us. And that is where accountability comes in. If all of us can come together, instead of fighting for nonsense, and hold our people accountable and say, you have been representing us for some time, why are we not able to do this? Why are we not able to fight for restructuring? The president is not his responsible to restructure. It's the responsibility of our representatives. So they will be the one to make the law. And then when the president says, I will not sign, that is the time we know that the president has really failed us. So for me, I think the only thing that can work in Nigeria is restructuring. And restructuring is a situation where they will take governance to the 707 and take power from the Abuja and then localize it to the 774 local government and the 88 cities in Nigeria. That is what I understand, and that is what I want for my people.
God bless you. Your point is very clear. Very, very, very clear. So, my brothers in Nigeria, because what is your take into what you just said now? I will give you maybe 2 minutes to say your mind so we can move you and add other, please. So, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. My own taking now is that by looking at my background, you will know that I'm calling from Nigeria. There is no light.
Yes.
And we in Nigeria here, we have witnessed a lot of things that is going on right here in Nigeria. Ezawo nobodo Igbo. I am sure okay nobodo Igbo. Ebube nobodo Igbo. I know Nigeria here. We all want to put the reality here.
Yes.
You see, I am not an IPOB member, but I still find it difficult to understand that Nnamdi Kanu came up and some people are like fighting him. And the solution, like says that say now it is we should hold our leaders accountable. Yes, that is the truth about it. But these leaders has become like a spirit. You can't hold them. I think there's no how you can hold them accountable because they are nowhere to be found. That is number one. Now, Okano here now, who is responsible? Is it not the federal government? Who is responsible? Is the federal government. Are you getting it? So we here in Nigeria here, just as you say, I'm not a secessionist. I'm not an IPOB member. But anything that will bring good life to us, I support. Anything that will bring electricity anything that will bring NEPA to us, we call it NEPA here, please. Anything that bring electricity here, I will support. The roads are bad here. That is the reality. I am sure all of us have witnessed it. There is no power, no food. You work for money tonight, no pay. As in, what we are doing here is just suffering and smiling. I called you now. I just bought a 200 data plan. 200 naira data plan to join this program. So I can come and make you people understand that right here in Nigeria, we are suffering. I don't see the reason why any of us will be fighting Nnamdi Kanu of
Okay, my brother, time is up. Let me give you a little bit answer for that, but I will remove you. You watch it behind, or let me answer it before I remove you. Nobody is fighting Nnamdi Kanu. We are fighting for the justice. We are fighting for the truth to make things look reality. Losing lives is exactly what we are fighting. Now you are even alive talking about electricity. You are with your life and even talking there is no electricity. What about those who lost their life? After losing their life, did the electricity come? Electricity is not there. After losing their life, did Biafra come? The Biafra is not there. So we are fighting for the justice in the terms of losing the life of our youth. Not that nobody is happy in Nigeria condition. Nobody is really happy in Nigeria condition. I myself, since 3 years, I have been fighting all these our representatives in Oru East, in our Mama, all the our Mama representatives. I have been fighting them at least to do one or two things to develop the areas, you know, to help the masses. So my fight is general fight. To a wrong direction, whoever that is I'm not a pastor, I'm not a native doctor, I'm just a second son of Chuko Kabiano. I was sent to do so. So thank you. We are not fighting him. God bless you. We remove you and bring someone else, okay? Thank you for your time, and God bless you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, the other brother want to say something, and then I would like to answer that question too, because a lot of people think we are fighting Kano, and I think I would like to say
Yes,
something. But let my brother say something first.
Now, are you hearing me?
Yes, go on.
yeah, we are hearing you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, go on.
Now there is a day. Yes, I used to watch Ezawo Namocha video. There is a day that Ezawo make a comment that Nnamdi Kanu is Oboso. And I commented to him, I said, please don't call Nnamdi Kanu Oboso. You will not understand that. And I call him private. I call him on private. I ask him. He said that why Nnamdi Kanu don't want to be in Nigeria, that they are killing people because of this IPOP issue. You understand me? So I told him, second time again, the type of coronavirus, Nnamdi Kanu give the coordinator of Biafra land people to buy rice, to buy the bag of rice. Those rice they buy, those coordinators, most of them take the rice to their in-law. Most of them they take the rice to their brothers and sisters. Most of them they eat the rice. Even this rice we're talking about did not even go to our Mema village. Did not even go to Anambra State. Those villages. It did not even go to Umakolo village. It did not even go to Ebenato Ekwe. Even in Mbano, Mbisa, Ikeduru. Many places did not go. This is touching on the Kalo art. You understand me? Even me too. Look at this is my monthly dues. You see, I belong to Biafra. If I pack up my bottles, come on, you run away in Germany here. This one is Germany here. Even in Italy, I have Italia own. You see me. I take asylum in Italia with the Biafra issue. I present the evidence. Do you know what George told me? The judge told me to go and bring Nnamdi Kanu. That is what George told me. If I bring Nnamdi Kanu, he will not give me documents. Where will I find Nnamdi Kanu? And I don't even have a number. And second again, they bring a certificate of Biafra in this Germany here. Even when I left Italia, I don't have document in Italia. I came to this Germany here. You understand me? So, and they said that the Biafra certificate is 600 euro. I asked Nanyanya, do you aware of this Biafra? This is 600. He said yes. I said why? What about people that live in Adoro house? How do you want it to be do? What about people that don't work in? As I will make one comment that are very good. I commented him that why Nnamdi Kanu will be asking people money, people that live in Asalo, people that live in many places. You understand me? And I called Nanyanya. I called him. I said now, this Biafra, this certificate of Biafra, this certificate of how much? He said 600 euro. And I tested Nnamdi Kanu, and that I'm from Imo State, I'm from so that look at what I hear. Is it true that 600 euro? Nnamdi Kanu asked me, so who says so? I said, I hear it. He said, I should ask my coordinator. And I buried that. And second again, you see this money, they say that people be talking that Nnamdi Kanu is eating money. Nnamdi Kanu, I will tell you that this money, let me say 100% of 100%, Nnamdi Kanu can see 25%. It's not those coordinators. Those coordinators who are saying, if Nnamdi Kanu can change all the whole coordinators, I would like it. After the monthly dues, after the monthly dues, when they go to the bank, before they go to the bank, this money they divide it. They divide the money. They divide the money.
You're not here when I told Ezawo and many people watching my own experience. I said how when I started this fight, I didn't start with Nnamdi Kanu. I started with what is his name? Rafa Wazirike. When they said we must buy the flag to become a Biafran, I told them if I need to pay to become a Biafran, to hell with your Biafra. If I need to pay, because then I was still a student. If I need to pay to become a Biafra, to hell with your Biafra. And I told him also that this racketeering is taking place in Greece. Every day they will gather. There's one they call Omiomio. There's one they call Ojuku. These are the people. And people, they will tell them, these same people was the same people that were doing Wazirike. So you see, this is fraud. Wayo, the same people that ate money during Wazirike, and now opportunity has come. Biafra here will come. The victims are those boys that were killed. The victims are those people who don't know what is happening in Nigeria, and you that is paying this money. Some people are living so big. It's a business, and I regret that somebody has to pass through this. Is a business. We don't need it. Let me tell you something, bro. If Nnamdi Kanu or if anybody really want to chart the cause of the Igbos, I'm telling you the truth. In US, in Europe, you have Nigeria who have the Igbos who have distinguished themselves. Igbo were mad. People who will bring money. I'm not you that is suffering on. It's just like what is happening in the churches. I was in Greece when Pastor Suleiman, who has a powerful churches in Nigeria, gave his wife a filling station, has everything, and yet people in Greece who don't have nothing, Pastor will tell them, if you pay $500, God will bless you. We want to buy a house. And people who were not even working, were paying through their nose. The same deception, bro. People should understand. Whoever that read should understand. Thank you.
Thank you. One chere ka iti ache your volume. Go ahead.
I went to Holland where they call her stand on because I married a white woman, not even a Nigerian woman. I married a. Okay.
He said after watching
that
point him hit it. About it.
No, I didn't mention. The place I mentioned Nenya is about this coordinator issue. I said your video that you make when you said that Nnamdi Kanu, why are you asking people that in Adoro house in Germany, yeah, for the whole Europe, yeah? You understand me? Because the poor people are suffering. If you go to Intili, Umuibo na street. In a week, we got monthly dues. The poor people are suffering, pay this monthly dues. But they children without Biafra children now. If they are Jago, they are not London, so I doctor. They are not politician. They are not in Lagos State. Madam, they are Jago. My nursing Newi, my Odumejeje, my bishop.
You have lost your mother. You remember you have lost your mother.
Yes.
You remember these boys that died. Nobody will remember them. Whenever things change.
Yes, I'm coming.
My brother, not only Biafra, because our politicians are using them as a bargain chip. When we video who they use these boys to do bargain? Who they use their life to make a political bargain? Let me tell you, Anna said Nandi Bonata, I didn't give example, Nandi Bonoma all over Nigeria. Then they back away with the political elite. Igbo will be president. Onye grabbing Igbo will president. Who told you that when Igbos become the president, things will change? One of Passenger was the president. How many Yoruba man is no more suffering?
For me, where I stand is restructuring. Whether Igbo president, Yoruba president, yeah, Hausa president. Where I stand is restructuring. RBIN. Restructuring is where I stand. And one pneumonia IPOP, because before you got further, this our brother Kora Ayafia, 22 minutes buy one or two things. I hope you are winking about those. Macarande never can. One day go buy a
Yeah, good morning from here. I'm calling from Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. My name's Ife Chuku. I'm from Imo State, Nigeria, Biafra land. So, I'm sure you could hotel come just now watch here Megeba. Thank God, no, Ophonia IPO Biabateba now. I'm not calling me Hindu. No one in Hindu, no, I could make you Ezao. So, here more actually you could. I need to learn not about one day. And here Kugokuya will be a friend of Kukuyana. Apart from one I work a prince, okay, a measure. I'm a major mortgage, you understand? And all I know is that there is something called Biafra. And this Biafra and Kukuyana, equally Agaga before. And enwere ihe mere eji kwuo okwu Biafra. Enwere ihe wụ Nigeria, and this Nigeria na-ekwu okwu ya now wụ Nigeria kwuo okwu ya wụ nke anyị nwụ n'ọnwa anyị nwetara onwe anyị nwụkwanye paspọtụ anyị niile ji n'aka for now. Enwere ndị kere Nigeria ahụ nke anyị ma na enwere ihe na-akpọ colonization. Ndị ahụ wụ ndị ọcha. Now enwere ihe anyị wụ before Nigeria before eke that Nigeria, enwere ihe anyị nwa awụ before eke anyị mee ihe ha kpọga amalgamation, which is 1914 ahụ na-ekwu okwu ya, then measure independence 1960. Now ajụjụ m na-ajụ now whether me like Biafra, me like ha Biafra, ma onye like restructuring ma anything. Ihe akpọga Nigeria na now wụ ihe ekere wụ ihe egbughị many people today na anaghị aga n'ihu. Ka ihe wụ ihe mere okay, nsogbu adị ha. Ajụ m na-ajụ na unu ekwuola okwu so na achọ ha Biafra na onweghị nchi. Ikwuola okwu here too si na nwanne Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, no police na Nigeria.
Police officer.
Yes. Man ajụ gị now, now, I believe you know abroad now. Likewise America, UK, Canada. Or when we have foreigners who police officers na America, when a citizenship na America. Let me say an Igbo man where a police officer in the US. So because here na-ekwu career nwanne nna
when you look at things, nobody is against her job. More personally, I'm not against her job. But the brother of him, being Nnamdi Kanu, coming on air and castigating whoever that is from Igbo land or Biafra land that is working under Nigerian forces. Is that, is that. Why didn't him stop the sister being a police officer?
First.
That's where we mention about the sister. Are you getting the point now? Nobody is against her being a police or whatever. We are against if man really want people to stop working with Nigerian forces.
Charity,
at least he has to start it at his place because he seems.
Now you have a good point. But I want to tell you, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu started saying this thing not to stop their job. Since he found out that our people serving in the police in police in Nigeria or military or whatever that are in North, most of them are the ones that are sending to go and fight Boko Haram. I have brothers who are serving as a soldier. Most of them are here now. I helped many people. They left. I don't need to say all these things. Let's forget that. Brother,
people that go to listen. We are not talking about the people that go for Boko Haram because when we look at this, we see that last year or last 2 years, we are talking about the forces. He meant the people even working in Igbo land. He condemned the people that confront his members, whatever, Igbo land. He didn't mention about those and sending for Boko Haram. So he's meaning those people now, government or Bunde Igbos, that they shouldn't be doing such things with their even fluent Igbo people. Why the sister have been working hand to hand with the fine boy, the brother, arresting people with fake and the allegations in Afara.
Have you find out or what? Yes, you are just moving someone in Nigeria. Let me come again. Another question I'm trying to ask here is that you people are talking about restructuring. Now, Gowon and Ojukwu, 1960 something, both of them were in Nigerian military. And I understand, you understand this one, that in 1960, whether 1966 or 1967, Ojukwu and Gowon, they went to Ghana, which they called Abori Accord. What was that agreement that they had in Ghana, which they went in Ghana? What was the agreement they had? I learned it was concerning this restructuring we are talking about, you people are talking about today. It doesn't started today. Why didn't Gowon implement that law? Why did Ojukwu declare Biafra? So I want to ask, I want you, Oga Prince, okay, Mezuo, I want you to tell us, why didn't Gowon implement that law? And why people don't want to ask Gowon, since he's still alive today, Ojukwu is late, and Gowon is alive. Why didn't our people call Gowon and ask him, why didn't they implement that law? Why did they go to war?
Okay, the issue of Aboricod.
Sorry.
Every one of us know that there was a breakdown, that the Nigerian side didn't keep their own side of the bargain. But let me tell you something, it was not restructuring. The word restructuring came into existence in 1987. There was no mention, they were talking of the system that will work then. But the restructuring is to change the structure. This has never been in place before then. So they started discussing it from 87 with the Chukwuemeka Ezife, Ojukwu, Ogbonnayono. Many of all those, most of them now are dead. The people who started this, these are Pa Anahoro, and Pa Adasin of Yoruba land. These are the people who started discussing restructuring. Now, Abori Accord, and there was war. So everything went with all of this. So we cannot go now and start talking, because even before, after the war, there were some other discussions. You remember, I don't know if you read the word of Ojukwu when he was handing over to Effion before he left. So, and when he came back, there were other discussions. Ojukwu, some of you don't know, either because of our age or because we didn't read, or because nobody told us. Ojukwu, the moment Ojukwu came, Ojukwu went to and became a politician immediately. One of the posts he vied for was the Senate, to go for as a representative to represent his own people, and unfortunately they did not vote for him. So Ojukwu vied for a lot of electoral offices. Unfortunately, he didn't win. I must tell you that. Ojukwu never talked about Aboricod after that, because there has been some discussions, there has been some agreement, there were peace meetings. So we cannot continue going back into all those ones. We are not talking of the present day, that what we need now is restructuring. And this restructuring is a means of taking government to every nooks and crannies. I want to correct something. Please give me a minute, Ezawo. We are not fighting Nnamdi Kanu. How am I fighting Nnamdi Kanu? Nnamdi Kanu is the Goliath. We are like the David. But what I'm telling you is, we are trying to let our people know that Nnamdi Kanu is about fraud and fraudulent. I have expected somebody who know about IPOB, because most of you will come and lie and say, I'm not even a member of IPOB, but you share their aspirations and the principles. The only thing is that you are not paying their dues. But you are, principally, you are a member of IPOB. So when people tell me I'm not even a member of IPOB, I don't agree with those things, because you are a member of IPOB. Okay, in fact, if you're not a member of IPOB, you are a deceiver, because you want to sit at the comfort of your bed. I want people to go and queue in Enugu and get shot and die. You people are the ones deceiving people. You are not a member of IPOB, but you will write on Facebook, let us do this, let us do this. Biafra is sure. And then our people are dying. brother, you people should change your ways. Kano and his group know quite well that Biafra is not coming. There is no, I don't have time to talk about how Biafra can come. No, Biafra will not even come. I'm saying it with all my mind. I'm sincere. Some people get angry each time I say it. Ask Kano, what is he doing? What are the structures? There is nothing. Kano has never been part of government before. He has never been. I just want to stop it there so that other people can say what they want to say.
God bless you. Our brother, please tell us your name and where you are joining us from.
Ezawo bilikwa afamu Chima Ndoka. Bika mekene ndị nọ na house. Esi Benin Republic Gabo. Ana m ekene unu na ihe nke unu na-ekwu. Ihe unu na-ekwu dị mma, unu na-ekwu maka ọdịmma ndị Igbo. Udo dịrị unu. Ihe nchọrọ ikwu ihe gbasara ihe oke emezuo kwuru gbasara restructuring. So onwe onye achọghị ka restructure Nigeria. Onwe onye achọghị ya. But the possibility we have yata. So because each time implement those documents in a Kumaka restructuring, you have to go under house. Even on our side now, Igbo land, Ghana Western side. If our representative na get represented na Parliament, na House of Representatives, we are not much to compete with them. So in this issue now, as you are saying now, it's not possible. Just like what we are facing now in Nigeria, they have their army, they have their police in every corner in the government apparatus. So as they have it, they have the right to control you in every means. So we are practicing democracy in Nigeria. As we are practicing democracy in Nigeria, it is not fair. The governance is not fair for any Igbo man. Why our people is everywhere in the world? Because I heard you say that we are not suffering. I say that this thing is 100% lie. Why I told you this thing? The people that is enjoying this thing is people that just escape or people that enjoy from the enemy. Because I called the other people from Nigeria the enemy. Because if we have things together, if me and you have a thing together, we have to share it together. I cannot be in Nigeria. The time when I was in school, I scored 230 in my JAMB. Somebody that scored
brief, okay?
I'm trying to come in about what he's saying that we are not suffering. I'm in Africa. In Africa here, when you go to prison, you see many Nigerians suffering because they don't give them room in Nigeria for them to follow up. Why do you think many people follow Nnamdi Kanu? Because he is saying their mind.
Listen, also here in Europe, if you go to prison here, a lot of Nigerians are full inside suffering.
I want to finish. I want to conclude what I'm saying, please.
When you talk about suffering, when you see prison as suffering, then you are misunderstanding your mindset of thinking.
I'm coming. Wait, because let me come.
Prison is where when you go to red carpet, like
Yes.
they have the right to arrest and put to prison. So prison is not
I want to learn.
Prison just like so I
understand you, but I want to conclude. Let me conclude what I'm saying.
Your conclusion, for more, I don't see your conclusion as anything, because if you are referring prison as suffering, you don't have any conclusion.
What caused that person to go to that country and start suffering and go to prison? That is what I want to say.
I have an answer. I can give you an answer. The answer is people don't travel because they are suffering. Americans go to Filipino because they want to live there. People travel to even for ages. And again, Nigerians are not the only ones suffering. If you go to America, you see that most Nigerians are even living better than many Americans. Americans eat from check to even before the next checkbook they are finished. They are waiting for the next paycheck. So suffering is about humanity. Suffering
is everywhere.
It is everywhere in Europe. in Ghana, in Niger, in everywhere. Igbos are not. Igbos are even well off than many times. Thank you.
And when you pay Batagam Nisi today, the different Batam Nisi. I'm looking to go and buy camera. After buying that camera, to be asking what our people are doing here. One day, snow dama, me were camera, jepo me snow. Na kende buy le shepu na road, na video, tiere me na YouTube. Ano kata meje, rumana ha onu na laga, meet a chef or whatever, speak. Please give me 10 minutes or 20 minutes to just make video. I want to be showing people in Africa what our people are passing through here. Even we ourselves, everybody is suffering. Suffering is something that is already ordained. So we don't need to be talking about suffering when we're talking about restructuring. Restructuring is something that empower our youth, give us light, give us nice roads, give us empowerment, build things that will make us to have the ability to enjoy our place. And as long as we have light, we have road, we have many facilities how to help ourselves. You got to have outside because many of us we have, I don't know how to put it anywhere. So my brother from because tell us your name and where you are chatting us from. Please on your mic and tell us your name and where you are chatting us from.
Okay.
But tupu we gather outside because this our brother IPOP. This our brother IPOP. Called to talk. So one bring your conclusion.
Okay.
Did you believe
my conclusion?
We have?
At the come. My conclusion. Okay.
Did you believe
my conclusion.
Or did you believe Biafra is coming? If you believe Biafra is coming, give us an example. What makes you believe Biafra is coming? If it's restructuring, give us one or two.
Okay.
If it's restructuring, give us one or two.
Okay. Yes. I'm talking about recession. Biafra is coming. And I belong to Biafra. No more going back until we get this Biafra. That is number one. You see, I remember there is a day I take a biscuit for a little baby hand, 2 years baby. I take biscuit from him. This baby was crying. I asked him, "What are you crying? What are you crying?" Even the mother come. The mother was asking him, "Who beat you? What has happened?" He was pointing me. So the next thing I do, I give her the biscuit and he clean his mouth, he clean his eye. I take her to supermarket to go buy something for her. So that is it. Ihe Nnamdi Kanu na-ebe akwa. Nnamdi Kanu na-ebe akwa n'ụtụtụ ebe akwa n'ehihie. Ana m asị biko nụ na-ewere ihe enye n'aka. Ọ bụrụ na enye Nnamdi Kanu this Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu ga-achịtalie because ị ga-afụ ndị egburegbu mmụọ ha na everywhere. Ndị nwere anwụ mmụọ ha na everywhere wee na-agagharị. So ọ bụrụ na Nnamdi Kanu amachita the Biafra mana ndị a na-agba Nnamdi Kanu kwuru I'm coming. See those people that are fighting Nnamdi Kanu, those people that are talking nonsense against Nnamdi Kanu, those Nigerians are talking against Nnamdi Kanu. When Biafra come, they'll still have a post. Nnamdi Kanu will still give them because alone Nnamdi Kanu cannot control Imo State, cannot control their state, cannot control everywhere. You understand me? That is my number 2 question. And the second again, Nnamdi Kanu made the live video. You see this, those people they kill in Nigeria, those people they kill in our Biafra land, where they was asking question, said that these people have Odeshi, that they are asking them. They said that we are training. Okay, people are training. You didn't see gun on their hand. You did not see knife on their hand, matches, cutlass on their hand. You didn't see wood on their hand. You didn't see stick on their hand. There was even training. You see, is Igbo man left. Igbo man left to go and tell those police that come and look at IPOB boys that are training here. Because I believe that not even Yoruba man cannot do it. Even a dumb man cannot do it. Is Igbo man that left to go and tell those police that come and look at IPOB boys here before those. And second again, see, that is what Igbo people are doing. It's not good. And second again, Nnamdi Kanu that open his mouth, not command in Biafra land that whatever any day they kill any Biafra so again, they are going to kill about 10,000 soldiers, 2,000 soldiers, 500,000, 2,000 police, and those brave will go to die. You see, Nnamdi Kanu commanded with Nnamdi Kanu command, but okay, you commanded youth to fight the police. Did you give the weapon? You did not give them weapon. You did not give the gun. You didn't give them any something. I'm coming. You did not give them. You didn't give them holy water. You did not give them holy water. Bless holy water. It's okay. I believe in God. This holy water, use it to drink, so that when they shoot you gun, it will not enter. And the second again, things are happening in our Biafra land. I will say the truth. Native doctors 1, pastors 2, doctor 3. You see, if you come to our village now, if you come to that Biafra land now, a lot of children have joined into rituals. They make most of them kill their mother. Most of them they kill their own brother. Some do many things. Some kill pregnant woman to make money. To go to this doctor. Okay, God, Jesus Christ, I'm a Christian. Jesus Christ created the native doctor for one thing. He created the doctor for one thing. That let me tell you what Jesus Christ created the native doctor. Okay, who does now? For example, when you marry the wife, you pay dowry on your wife is going to another man. So, and you find out. So when you find out, when you change your wife, maybe the family of your wife now came to come apologize. Okay, please, can you settle the case? Pastor cannot settle that case. You understand me? Even Reverend Father Bishop cannot settle the case. The only way you can settle that is on Melala. When you do that on Melala, then you will not die. Then you have to welcome to your wife back. You understand me? Then you that call yourself a native daughter, somebody will come and meet you, say, "Oh God, do rituals for me." Then you go and do rituals for her. Why you have a children? You have a child. Why can't you do rituals for your own son or for your own daughter to make money? They'll be making money. Even the type of car they are driving, even government of Imo State cannot even offend that car. Cannot even drive that car. A lot of children, they carry a body guys. Go to Nigeria, DSCC, DSCC, I don't see road. But if it is under the Kalu body, if it is under the Kalu body or to slaughter IPOB, they will know how to do that. But they are seeing those little children, they are driving a car. And second again, our men in the Biafra land, most of our men, our women, what they used to do that when they see someone's son went to abroad to go and suffer in abroad, to go and make money in abroad, they destroy their destiny. They destroy the person's destiny. They destroy his destiny, destroy everything, so that the person will forget his father's house. He forget everything. If you come to Europe here, there are many people. There are so many Igbo people. They are mad. Even the Joseph people, they are mad. Many things are happening. You understand me? Then two again. You see, pastors. When you make money, according to most of those Reverend Father, they don't even know where you make money. When you came to church now, you give pastor, you give a man of God or a bishop, a Reverend Father, you just give out 10,000 naira. Say, please, take this 10,000 naira. I use it to the church. I use it to the church. He will just tell you, thank you. God will bless you. But when you give a pastor or Reverend Father 1 million, 3 million, 4 million, 10 million, he will not tell you, come and lay down. When you lay down, it will touch your head and pour you holy water. Because he don't want to ask you, where did you get the money from? You understand me? He don't want to ask you, where did you get the money from? Second, again, see doctors. You see, I'm come. Second, the third one, again, see hospital. See doctor hospital. When your mother is not feeling fine, you take your mother to hospital, to go to the hospital. Because of 1,000 naira, 1,000 naira or 500 naira, you will lose your mother. You will lose your mother. Even most of those daughters, most of those daughters, they are nurse. Most of them, when you give them money, when you bribe them money, say, please, this person kill this person for me, they will kill it.
The truth is, we understand what you say, but we don't really want to deviate from what you're saying. I know you're a very concerned person, and we thank you for your advice. I know you spoke on two ways. One, you are trying to. There are things in Nandekano is not getting fine, and then there are things you think he's getting fine. So we will take time to look at those things. As our
God bless. That's exactly what I want to say, because he mentioned some points here. He mentioned about when I talk about the money I draw people like. He also mentioned about the death of his mother. He also mentioned about the problems of churches and these native doctors. So we got all your points down. So we'll work out to find a solution on that. So let's bring next person, because we are running out of time. Next person. So my brother, Biko, go ahead again, and Debbie, Biko, you want 2 minutes to tell us whatever you want to tell us, so we can bring next person. Okay.
In Anyam Neku.
Afam bụ Kennedy Agụ. Ị na-adị fem na-ekwu?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Afam bụ Kennedy Agụ. Ana m akpọ from Germany. But ebi m na Belgium. So ihe m na-ekwu gịnị na-eme ekwe n'ọjọọ? Ihe m na-ekwu ahụla m ihe unu na-ekwu okwu ya kwa ihe gbasara restructuring.
Bịa ọgwụ a onye bịara last week ebe a.
Ọwụ m nwa na-ekwucha okwu.
Chere ka m wepụ gị and mwepụ anaghị na mmakọ dị isi gwa
Chere m ekwu okwu mekwucha okwu. Unu na-ekwu okwu ihe gbasara restructuring. Anyị nwa na onwe anyị na-ekwu okwu ihe gbasara Biafra. Can you people please focus on restructuring ahụ na-eme? Ka anyị wa focus ebe anyị na-eme.
The reason why the remove bodies our brother last week, wherever see that now IPOP member. Then end of my video, which everybody can go and watch it. End of my video, he still come out and said that he's not the IPOP member, but he's not against Biafra. So such people, I don't bring them to come and talk trash. They don't have anything to offer. So my brother, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. We can't hear you.
Hello, good evening. I'm the one woman. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Am I coming out clear? Am I coming out clear?
This my brother. You are.
Hello, am I coming out clear?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. We are hearing you.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Orioku Victor. I'm from Imo State. Mbitolu. Because anyway, I'm not member on this side. I'm kind of go restructuring, and as a person, I don't know how to check here restructuring now. Yeah, my police chelazo. Ujuku Garaburi, Utigo one gas sign restructure, gas sign accord. They came back. And the restructuring never worked. Came up. Today, do we really think that this restructuring line is we are winning as a people? If you look at the way the states in Nigeria, in the south, the whole southeastern states, and even South is not up to what we have in the northern states. If we go to the House to debate about the restructuring, how do we get it? I want.
Yes, my brother, literally. You know, everything depends by
every sentiment. And can I learn?
You have learned. You have learned. You have learned. You have learned.
Now,
you have learned already.
Yes, I said. Now let me learn.
You have learned. We're going to remove you and answer your question. One, everything depends on the determination. And the second, everything depends on destiny. Ife chidele odegoya. And everything has a time. If talking about restructuring now, if it's not the time to achieve it, believe you me, we will give our best, but it will not come to pass. But the most important thing, what I want you all guys to back in whatever we are saying today is this: truth. Truth is the most very important thing. Only truth will save you anytime, any day, anywhere. Only truth. When we are talking about restructuring, I believe I move in the times of truth, because only the truth are going to save my movement. Restructuring is something that has been ordained, and only the God will happen. We will give the best as a human being, and it depends on the determination of how we carry it along. I didn't mean crowd, our one man squad. So like I said, each state each state in Igbo land, I need coordinator, each state, who that knows he stands for truth, who that knows he's not afraid for any motherfucker. If I get each state one person, then we can unite and know how to push these our representatives. Because if I never for our own sake, and never for our sake, but they don't deliver it. They use it for their own use, for selfish interest. The same thing the politicians internet represent are doing to us is the same thing Nnamdi Kanu is doing to IPOP. People will donate money. You spend $100,000 to get rubbish information. It's rubbish. Just like our governors, our senators, they will go and collect money for road, the world road from them. Afterwards, you see them driving Parado Jeep and abandon that road. And nobody will go and ask. Your father that we go there, when your father reach there, he start to call, honorable. Honorable will now give your father 5,000. And your father will come back home. Maybe he have been giving your mother 500 to cook soup. The very day honorable give him 5,000. He may be able to give your mother 2,000. And your mother will be very happy. Start to bless honorable. And forget that that honorable is holding what belongs to the community. And they have bribed your mother and your father with 5,000. So if we can bring those our fathers to face the reality, don't go and collect 5,000 and sell your 4 years. Go there, ask them or give opinion what you are lacking in your community. I don't want to be the only person speaking about restructuring. Let every indigenous people of Igbo land start to speak about restructuring. Tackles your representatives, tackles your local government chairmen, tackles your governor, tackles your senators. Tell them what we are lacking. And we force them to bring those things that we are lacking because they do get the money. But if you don't force them to do it, they are not going to do it. Forcing them is not coming. Did you know that this is not forcing? This is propaganda. I would like us to be going straight to the point. So, my brother, please tell us your name and where you're.
Because when making okay. Before how can we get restructuring because of the number of people we have? Let me tell you something. I know that a lot of people are watching, and many of you are asking the same question. The politics is a game of number and negotiation. It's a game of number and negotiation. So if you are not able to get number, you go for negotiation. Good luck, Ebelebe Jonathan became the president of Nigeria, not because of the number, but through negotiation. So don't think we cannot get restructuring. Like Eza was said, the moment we start holding our representative responsible, accountable, then at that time they will discover that they will realize that the people are no more with them, that this is what the people, they have to force it, and by forcing it, then have to negotiate. That is what they, even in US, let us give you this, let us take this. This is what the party does here, the Republicans and the Democrats. Okay, you want this, we want this. And negotiation, that is it. And that is the only way we can get restructuring, and I believe we can get it.
Thank you. So one day with yellow cloth, please tell us your name and where you are chatting us from. And okay, you have 2 minutes to explain whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I don't know whether people are hearing me. So
yes.
I'm calling. Yeah. Okay. Good evening from this side. I'm calling from Nigeria.
Okay.
My name is Mazi Timothy. Can I go ahead?
Yes.
Go ahead, please. A lot of people are waiting.
Okay.
2 minutes you have, okay? If you are not 2 minutes, everybody have only 2 minutes to talk, please.
Yeah, I understand. So, I'll be, listening to you people all this way. But my question is this. Understand? Because we are, let me say, in Nigeria now, almost 50 years. And, nothing is moving. As I'm talking to you now in Nigeria, nothing is moving. and I never see anybody of you people talking about how to make it to be going as it's supposed to be going. So after this, Nnamdi kind of issue now come out, then everybody come against him. So my question is this: is it to fight Nnamdi Kanu or to make it to unite it together to fight Nigeria to get Biafra? Then let me tell you, people, I'll be
Your time is over. You have hit your point. Thank you very much.
I'm coming before you remove me, please. I'm not here to against anybody. I just speak my mind, please.
You have hit your point. What you just this our brother asked here. A lot of people have asked this, and which we have explained it to a lot of people here, both sides from OK and both my side. We are not fighting in Nnamdi Kanu. Like for me, let me not say we. I am not fighting in Nnamdi Kanu. I'm fighting justice here. I'm not fighting anybody. What I'm fighting is justice. If Nnamdi Kanu is doing things right, which I told him, stop insulting the elders. You need to unite with these people. Because one, you haven't been into politics before. Two, you didn't read about politics in school. Three, you you don't know anything about politics. You know only English. So, we are not fighting him. Unite with these people. Some people was like giving their own opinion. You also, you do insult people, and you're asking them not to insult people. My destiny and the destiny is quite different. There is nothing that is together between our destiny. Nnamdi is fighting for restructuring or to restore Biafra. Why me? I'm fighting to stop evil. So when I see you doing evil, it's my duty, it's my destiny to confront you and tell you that you are doing evil. But whoever it may concern, I don't care. Also, who the president of this country no. What he's doing is not good. So I'm not fighting Nnamdi, I'm fighting only corruption. So thank you. My brother, please tell us your name and where you are calling from. Okay, when anything you were going to tell this our brother, please.
Yeah, man. Hello.
Actually, our brother Kucha Erika Pom can we came iga other things. So Okucha Hene Kuden and Chikota in maybe 2 or 3 minutes to Chikota Heni Lem Kuden. I can go and then do other things.
Okay.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I am Chibueze. My name is Chibueze. I'm calling you from Kenya. I'm on the so Ekelerem Giazawa and my brother Prince Oke Emezuo. You know, yana on the ma ntukọta ala ụmụnne dị mma. Even mgbe emere ihe referendum na Britain, Brexit. O nwere ndị opposition nwekwe ndị kwenyere na ihe ekwuru ka apụọ. A mere referendum, mee the referendum. Ekwuo si ndị chọrọ ịpụ na Brexit atọ vote, ndị chọkwara ịnọ remain atọ vote, ndị Brexit win. So ihe niile ekwuge, I understand it and I have sat down to think about it. The best thing, if you talk about restructuring, my own opinion is that restructuring will not work, because all these people, if you restructure that stuff now, this Nigeria now, the same big cabals will still be in charge in our own eastern region. Those people who are there, like for instance, now I'm making instance.
Let me ask you a question.
I want to give you one instance.
Let me ask you a question. Wait, since restructuring will not work, what do you think that we can use to bring Igbo land in a better position place?
Okay, the best thing we are doing, the best way to do it is the way we are doing it now. Coming out to discuss about it, the way we are discussing like brothers, the way we are, everybody is coming out to talk. You know, before nobody is talking about how, because if I tell you now, how many people that are like, one of my brother is saying that people are in prison. No, some people are in prison here because they don't have paper, they don't have visa, and they can't go back. They don't have money to go back, and they are just stranded here, and you are being caught. If you are being caught by police, you enter inside. And if you are too hungry, nobody wants to help you. What do you do?
Thank you.
So,
You
my
have hit your
brother.
point. So okay, one finalize, like you said, please.
Yes, thank you so much. In the first place, Ezawo, ekelering too much. I salute your courage. I told you how I started following you, and through you, I met a lot of people because I was thinking I was alone in this. So I appreciate. And any day you call me to your program, I will always come. And I thank every one of you for watching. Even those who are cursing us, I am not angry with you. People have a different way of saying their opinion. On my page too, people curse me out, call me name Fulani blood or whatever. In fact, at times when I'm stressed, that is the way I deal with my stress. I will go and start reading some because I'm not able to go through all the thousands of comments, but few of them I like you people. Now, to the question of restructuring, I started this because so many people keep on asking this same question and saying, thinking that we started talking when Nnamdi came up. I started learning about police 1995. That was when I get obsessed with reading newspaper every day, especially the things Ojukwu said, because in those days, interview sections are very long and opinion sections are always long. So in those days, people don't read interviews. But anytime Ojukwu says something, I will always read it. And I will quote I will tell you what I said earlier, because most of you were not watching. Ojukwu was asked, and that was not the first time Ojukwu was contesting contesting electoral posts in Nigeria. Ojukwu was asked, why are you contesting presidency in Nigeria instead of your Biafra? Ojukwu said, yes, we fought when we needed to fight. But now, I still believe in Biafra. But the Biafra I'm talking about now is no more geographical Biafra. I'm rephrasing some of those things. Don't quote me wrong. The Biafra I'm talking is no more geographical Biafra, but the psychological Biafra. The Biafra of Onyaga and 1 year, where you see your brother in Spain, anywhere, be your brother's keeper. I'm not this thing people are doing. A fish must eat fish. Having said that, now on restructuring, I said something that why I am not fighting Kano, but I am anti-secessionist. I don't believe in secession anywhere in the world. I give you an example when we started because it has never worked. I told you about Eritrea and Ethiopia. It didn't work. I told you about Crimea. Crimea is still now at the mercy of Russians. I didn't work there. I told you about Pakistan and India. Pakistan is even very bad place to go. And then I told you that Bangladesh left to Pakistan. They divided after that. And then I finally told you about the one that just happened recently in Sudan. It didn't work. So if you tell me that Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for you, tell Nnamdi Kanu how, because Nnamdi Kanu, some of you are educated. You know that secession is not by talking on radio and TV and whatever, right on Facebook. You need a high power delegate, negotiations and negotiations. I told you that one way you can get things in politics is either through number or through negotiation, and there is nothing like negotiation. So we are not even near anything like that. So the alternative we have, and it will not even work in Igbo land. I mean, it will not work. The reason is because Igbos are the owners of Nigeria. I told you, go to Kano, go to everywhere. All the market, all the non-market are owned by Igbos. All over the world we are. This is how God made us. God gave us that gift. We may not be good politically. Everybody has their personal gift and threats.
Definitely.
So in this area, we are not doing well. We are not doing when it comes to leadership. But when it comes to empowerment, we are very strong people. Anywhere, look at people calling from different parts of the world. This is who we are. Even in Nigeria, Igbos are doing great. Tell me who is not suffering. People mention suffering. Who is not suffering in Ghana? Who is not suffering in Togo? Who is not suffering in Mali? Who is not suffering in South Africa? Suffering is part of human life. Even in the US, people are suffering. In Spain, you see white people suffering. It's everywhere. Have you not seen homeless people? They are everywhere. So what I'm telling my people is struggle and struggle and struggle. Fight for your future. Don't rely and hope that Nnamdi Kanu will bring Biafra one day and then give all of you money and then you have a free shop in Aba or in Ariara. Go to Ngwa. If you are not from Ngwa, see what Ngwa are doing. The people who are not indigenous in Ngwa. Go to Onitsha. Nobody is giving you a free land. So whatever you want in anywhere, do what you're supposed to do. Forget about people promising you heaven and earth, Eldorado, the land that flow with oil. It is not coming. It is not. People are making money through you, and they are living so good. So I'm not fighting anybody. I did like as I was saying, we are fighting for justice, and nobody is paying me any further. I get nothing. Okay, we have been here now close to 3 hours. Today is Saturday. I work every day. This is the time I have to organize myself. But I've been here talking to my people. Don't kill yourself because of Biafra that will never come. Live and tell the story. Don't die. Don't be a matter for anybody. Anybody who wishes to be the matter should come home and be the matter. Somebody tells you he's either dead or alive, and then the wicked people came to him. He couldn't challenge him. He ran away. I'm telling you that they didn't come to kill anybody. Somebody said in this show that they have come to kill Kanu. I'm telling you, if they had wanted to kill Kanu, all those times he was campaigning, there were DSS people. There were police in plain coat following, and new people don't even know. They don't need to shoot a gun. Look at how Delegiwa was killed. Buhari was a military man. Okay, he wasn't a military man, but he still have people there. He know how Delegiwa was killed, and now things has advanced. All he need just to do is to get a plain coat DSS personnel, and you just place something under Kanu's car. You don't need to arrest him, and the car will blow off. Everybody will go with no single suspicion. So to tell me that the army, all of them gathered just to go to Kanu's house to kill him is a typical lie, because you don't know how government operates. Kanu have dual citizenship. Nigeria cannot lay hands on him, because otherwise they will be answerable and face a lot of sanctions. It is not practical. Nobody want to kill him. The government wanted to edge him out, and that was exactly what happened. You have right to disagree with me. You have right to call me names, because that is what most people are doing. But I have also right to say the truth. Thank you, my brother, who spoke last. You said people have a right to say their mind. And if you tell me that Kanu can criticize anybody, Kanu can criticize Okorocha, he can criticize all those Kanu, he can criticize the Buhari, he can criticize Babangida, but Kanu is the only person nobody will criticize, because if I do that, I'm guilty of envy. You are lying. People are dying. Send your own brother. Go there. Go to Aba. Go to Enugu, and then change your life, and then we'll call you matter. If you want to be a matter, if you want to benefit from the life of the matter, go there. Everybody want to hear matters, but nobody want to be the matador. I thank you so much, Ezawa. I so much appreciate you. I'm humbled when you called me, when you invited me to this program, and I thank you. Keep on doing what you're doing. Don't mind anybody, nobody that is calling you madman or whatever. Yes, let it be. History will remember every one of us for what we did. History will remember how we call. Okay, look at the racketeering. Look at the problem Mefo is having now with Nnamdi Kanu. We are aware now that we were told that the radio Biafra in UK is now under the control of Mefo. They have problem because of even go to Mefo, go to his Facebook now and see what he said. He said, if you cut me out without taking note of the people that die, if I cut you, I will cut you with razor, and I will cut you so bad. This is what he said. He's referring to what they are doing. These people don't like you. They like you is because you're contributing money, and they're sharing your money, and they're eating your money, promising you heaven and earth. Ask your leader what is happening. I witnessed. I'm sorry, I want to take 1 more minute. I witnessed all the calls people were calling during the program. I listened to Nkano. He will, first of all, reshape their answer through manipulation. And I'm so surprised that some of them will not ask him, sir, what is the okay, one man from Olo asked that question. Kanu never answer that question. He asked him, what are the strategies? What are the plans? He never answered that. There is no strategy. There is no plan, but talking on radio. Thank you so much, my brother. I salute your courage. Keep on doing. Any day you want me on this program, I will come. God bless you. God bless all of you. Even those who curse me, I forgive. Forgive me too. If I say what you don't like, I bless you all of you. God bless you. But remain safe so that you live to tell the story. Thank you.
God bless you, Prince. Okay, Mezu. Please, for sure, definitely, we are going to bring you back one day to come, because there were a lot of things we capture from your points, a lot of views we capture, but Juwagi people was asking, so we don't have that much time to ask you that today.
Yes.
We are going to ask you next time, or maybe I'm going to ask you some things in my program when I'm live, which I believe when you watch it, you can also respond to us through your own platform. You are highly welcome, yes. And I'm so appreciate to have you today.
Thank you.
I'm so grateful to have one of the intelligent speakers in the house tonight.
Thank you.
I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I think
God bless you, brother. Thank you. Udo.
Because also says you at the end of anything we are doing.
Yes. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
So thank you so much for having
God bless everyone. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Have a great day. I'll keep on watching. Take care.
For those stupid bumbo clerks talking that we are fighting in Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu, him himself knows that we are not fighting him, but we are fighting the evil in him. It's just like you go to a president of the church, you go to meet a pastor. The pastor now start to make deliverance. Maybe you start to fall. Like now, some people condemn it, but for him, that is the way he believes to deliver this bad spirit inside you. The same way, me, I believe telling you the truth is the only thing or the only power to deliver that evil iniquity inside you. And when a good brothers, so much my three good brothers had three, and it happens to be that these three people when they hardcore IPOP, and these three hardcore IPOP, they are my brothers. And they are in support of what I'm doing from day one. They are also my hardcore. But when I start to cast evil of Nnamdi, I now see that now what I'm thinking, then how can they be against me now? How can you three brothers be against me for the same issue? Is Kalu not sending our youth early grave? The answer is truth. Is Biafra coming this year? The answer is lie. Is Kalu spending $1,000 for rubbish information? The answer is truth. And the way wasting 9 years telling you guys that Biafra is coming is making things more harder in Igbo land. I can remember there is when one of our brother won Igbo free station na north n'ugwu Hausa. Enwe onye Hausa ji izu petrol na free station ya. Ojuwe Osuma Hausa kai da Bruku banka. All this woman Ayabas was insulting that man. I think last week somebody told me that Nebu go that man. And IPOP was mocking, was very happy Nebu the man. But I'm not happy for those people who are losing their life in IPOP. But I have feeling that I'm happy when somebody died. No, I'm very annoyed. I'm very annoyed because the mother mudos where the parents in Azuma and they can block. Okay, they mentioned a statement today. He said that a father when a otutundo during the times of after Biafran war. Then when them paha free. That is, he got a material of your donor free. And when some people do job, we their children. And all those type of people, when they teach their children, no, go for content, haga, go for protest, haga, go for road, faga, and she believe are those poor ones, poor masses losing their life. Why Nande? Ya mecha brokers. You watch where mecha brokers. Ya ko hanegwa ngode ijala. Game broke background. If that no we can on attach na nwa anu there. Na emechi ihe ndị dị agha there. Then you are guys are dying. No member of Nande nke nwuru anwu ada ahụ nwuru anwu. Nande do mention my cousin. Did you know that Nande never sent the time to that family of Ada? What about you? You go die for rubbish. Your parents are suffering. Suffering now. Some of you are jump class without paying school fees. Some of you are go to school get a boy. Or go the buchitu na zulu zuroshimo one or two things. Una lot I don't want to think twice. If you nature to go and die na Biafra Labia. After the heroes for those who die. When you don't die, you say you don't die. Who make you that more you hero? You would hero when you are alive. That when you die, IPOP will come make you hero without giving your family 1 naira. You people must be stupid. You all. Who don't want bread? I'm fighting in Nnamdi Kanu. Who is Nnamdi Kanu for me to fight? Nnamdi Kanu is nobody now. A lot of people have confirmed it now. Before he started this radio Biafra, he phone you rubbish, even till tomorrow. Nnamdi Kanu use your phone and I say or people don't know ya demand to phone I say ya demand their suit as Nnamdi Kanu chori bi America kita ndị America ga-azụrụ ya tickets and ọ ga-awụ first class, not even economy. Onye a na-akwụ ụgwọ ticket na demand for first class. Are you Two-Face Dibia? Are you Mikey Johnson? Are you into entertainment? No, entertainment and politicians. More big men say Lego. They use first class. You are a poor man. You don't have alcohol. Can you an alcohol in Aruna eating a week is ego from YouTube? From YouTube now you are getting money. Is those money not enough for you than to be doing? If you are coming, need to unzele yourself to entertainment person. Make it open so people will stop dying. Do it open. No, I will be coming to be ranking. Who now watch them? Forget any here Biafra. Biafra is not coming. Tell them the truth. If put like that, I will come and subscribe for your YouTube. That's how it is. That's exactly how it is. I'm not fighting in Nnamdi Kanu. And those my 3 blood brothers, I lost or they are against me now because of Nnamdi Kanu. This is the reason why me and them Jabba. Because these my 3 brothers, I love them so much. These are the 3 people I love so much. The 3 people I bring out my time, go close to them, release myself to them. So easy. So give them all everything that I know that is everything about this hour. And these 3 people now against me. Because of my truth. I lost nothing. Though that on a pen based on whenever I remember our conversation. On a pen. Mana, I lost nothing. And you guys know I lost nothing. Because if I lost something, I could have called you guys since then. At least since this happened, me also, I never call any one of you. I know you people are watching me. But I'm not going to call till I finish this journey. Because someone always is finishing work. When I bring it to reality, where your eyes will see, this is when I will call you, brother. Because when I call you now, I don't know, maybe you are going to shout. But when I'm done, I will call you. Brother, can you see what I've done? That time you will tell me, is our top sub is our. but I will go 3 hours because join us next week. We are still coming here next week, and we hope to a special next week, and we promise to bring you some personnel at this platform to come and talk about this restructuring, because now we are towards restructuring, and the restructuring we are talking now is something I have to work on it. How are we going to do it? Is to hold those people who are representing us, all those our representatives. We have to hold them, we have to visit them, we have to talk with them, tell them what we need, tell them what we are lacking, and fight that they bring those things to reality. Even when a commission ego law school or the money, tell us our Imo State, I will come for the case. Anambra, when you bring the information, I will call the coordinator or the Kamnanambra. He work towards that. Nabia State. I will bring the coordinator of the Kamnabia State. He will work towards that. Which need Nabia State now. At least I won't go to phone now for now. Nabia State. We have somebody like Ezafara. He's representing us there very well. Like I said, I have stop if I name ever. So bye bye ni baba baito. Siono choose by Tristo. Siono kunu eli ama kunu kegeli unu ama fotono. Kai na akpọ ụwa wahia kai na siono bye bye. Oh, I hear. Oh, I hear. Oh, I hear. Bye bye no munem. Anyị ga-afụ ebe a next week. Ana m ekele unu niile. Ife a bụ egwu Olina nwawo. Ọ na-ekwu n'ụwa ahịa. Onye mesa nke ya ọna. Libe ego. Emesi ọ ga-adị mma. Ụwa mgbede. Bye bye. Bye bye ito. Bye no. Asimo no. So no bye. Next week I got for so go maka restructuring.